Oh, these are suckers. You got on by a letter.
I can still faintly hear you. Hello, and welcome to the world of Entity Point. Before we begin, I have a question for you. Have you spoken with the speaker? I'm the narrator of this story, detailing to you, the watchers, ever present, and to the players, the world around them, and the consequences of their actions. I hope you enjoy the story we have to tell. With that out of the way, it's time to take a delve into our player's current state of mind, beginning with Archibald Monroe.
That was certainly a meeting. Who has that kind of power? They can just not only make them appear out of thin air, but also some level of possession or compulsion? I'm not sure exactly how that works, but that was never my specialty. But Jonathan Myers isn't quite as I don't know how to say it. He's a lot more... He's better than I thought he was. But also seems to be far more dangerous than I could have anticipated. I'm gonna have to explain to them that I'm not trying to betray them, nor did I intend to at any point. But that's gonna take a minute. It's gonna be fun.
Not this guy? Weird. Well, anyway.
He's a watcher.
That was strange. I'm not entirely sure why I was there at the town meeting. It's very strange that there was only 10 people in a town of 15,000 people in attendance. That's very strange. Which just makes me feel more just very upset, very disturbed about this town. I really... And then, the whole note stuff, that was also less than ideal. But, you know, it is what it is. But I guess, long live the Tyrellian.
I'm gonna kill them.
Named and trademarked.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Rogue X.
Yeah, so there was a lot of information in that meeting, and admittedly, I can only guess to exactly what all a lot of it implies in the greater picture. However, despite how little I liked Archibald before, I now have even more reason to be wary of that man.
Yes, you do. That it? Alfonso Bernard.
I'm just wondering if Craterton's Archibald's son. Just pondering that there possibility. If I was more specifically, if Constance was bullying that man's offspring the other day.
It is fair.
Not like I have an objection to it. It's just kind of
More significant
mildly
that that man
curious.
is the son of President.
Well, I don't know the precedent.
The president.
Is that all?
Yeah, pretty much.
John Smith.
It didn't. That meeting was, for lack of a better word, a train wreck. Everything went off the rails. Random members of the community know too much. The mayor knows too much. It's only a matter of time before something terrible happens. Yeah, that's it. I'll give the jazz.
Before we begin, do any of the players have any questions?
But who's getting the cat?
What? That's on the stream, therefore do not acknowledge it.
My apologies.
What's on the stream?
Don't worry about it.
I have
But
to put
now
a cat in
we're-
the game because someone spent enough points to do so.
Patrick, say hi. I'm glad you're okay.
You think the real
Oh no, no, please, don't do that.
Do you actually not want it?
No, I don't.
Karish,
Do it.
Karish,
Do it. Do it.
Karish, send it to me.
Constance, do you have any questions for me?
No.
Bro,
No.
John,
None that you can answer.
I can answer every question.
None that you're allowed to answer.
None that you will.
Doesn't mean I will answer, but you can ask them.
None that are pertinent to the situation.
Alfonso?
If I roll cognition, could I get another hint as to the password?
No.
If I roll well enough.
You'll get hints when you get them.
I don't like you.
Can I roll enough to get hints to his password to not give to him?
How on earth would you get hints? No. Anyway,
Could I type in a random password and then make it to where that's always been the password?
unfortunately, no, because you would have to know the password in order to change it.
Darn. Okay.
Okay. Allow me to paint a picture. Calvin Strom had been stabbed in the throat. His body twisted and snapped. Every bone in his body breaks as he's pulled together. Calvin awakens, unable to move. Where is he? A vast desert, an endless ocean. He groans, trying to yell for help, but barely a sound leaves his lips. He hears something approach. His eyes try to move, and he sees a robotic figure approach, a crimson man. This crimson man looks down at him. Calvin begs for death, but the crimson man won't give it to him. It can use him for something else, make him better. Calvin Strong will be far more than he ever was. Sunday, January 5th, 2020. The group had just left the town meeting. It wasn't quite what they were expecting. But the mayor, Jonathan Myers, keeps John behind to discuss something with him. So, it is solely...
Behind.
Oh. It is solely
Keeps
John
behind.
and Mayor Myers. It is so everyone else is left, and the mayor kept you behind in the meeting room to discuss something with you.
So is John just like, what does John look
Sitting
like?
exactly.
What is his expression as everybody leaves and John is sitting there?
dejected and aloof. He is trying not to come off as
Nervous.
or
Worried. Any of that.
any of that. He just looks. He looks like he's bored and doesn't want to be there.
Well, one of those is true.
Yeah.
So as you stay in your seat, Jonathan kind of leans back in his and just then leans forward a little bit. John, I'm sure you're wondering why I kept you behind. Why are you laughing?
As you said that, and then the immediate thing that went through my head is, I bet you're wondering why I gathered you up.
I'm calling together a group of remarkable individuals.
Okay, continue.
My first question, John, is: are you aware of what you did?
I don't know if what I did would be the correct way to put it, but I know it happened.
Okay. The mayor seems very somber, which is irregular to see him as. Was it intentional? Did you do it on purpose? What is John? This is a question so that Aaron can know. What is John? Am I allowed to do this? What? I'm just asking. What is John thinking right now? I'm not. Jonathan isn't trying to figure that out, but it's just giving me an idea.
You wouldn't know what John is thinking right now.
No, I know. What did you say?
I wouldn't say I meant to do it, but something clearly did.
I see. Do you know what?
What did it?
What? Your implication seems to be that you might not have been the one doing it, but someone else using you. Is that correct?
Roughly. It's not a someone, it's a something. But something did it, not me.
Should I be aware of it? Not like. Not should I be aware of it in the idea of it's something that I should already have been aware of. Should I be aware of it in the way of did I? Was I aware of it?
At the time? You were.
Was that what changed?
And everyone was aware of it, that's what changed.
I see. Okay. Are you able to do it on purpose?
Patrick, can I roll influence their actions?
On command.
Can I also roll discern intentions?
Can't do it on
Can I roll discern their actions?
Remember?
Yes, I do. I literally do.
Buddy, you're
I
gonna have
believe
to
I
roll.
have a +2 to charm.
I would like to roll.
I believe that's what
discern-
I give myself lessons.
Aaron?
Yes,
Certain intention.
he's charmed.
It's cognition.
It is charmed.
It is true.
Nope, it's
It
been
is
charmed the whole time.
That makes sense.
You're gonna have to roll pretty damn high
Use
though.
this power to make
Here's
it
the
have
thing:
always been that.
with discern intentions, even if you do succeed, I get something.
Yeah.
Even though even if I don't learn everything.
I got a +5 to this roll
Why do you have a +5?
because I'm lying.
Oh yeah.
I have a
Wouldn't that be
+1 to
+4?
all. I have
Oh.
a +1 to lying
Yep.
and a +1 to all influence their actions. Then I have 3 charm.
Yep. That's fair. Okay.
It's what he was made for.
Okay.
I was
him roll.
made for-
Watch him roll snake eyes.
I'll still succeed. I'm
I
getting
know.
7.
I know. I'm aware.
3, 2. That's a 10.
Okay. And that is a 7, which is still a minor
You learned
success.
something.
I don't learn everything.
Note for everyone that you do start with 3 tokens.
Woo! I'm
So,
not gonna use tokens on
You
this.
got a 7, you got a 10.
Yeah.
Yes.
I rolled 5 on the dice.
What were you saying?
To
my question of are you aware? Are you able to
Can
do
I
it
do it on purpose?
intentionally?
John, seeing as he knows that Mayor Myers knows something, is going to try to direct Mayor Myers in the direction that John cannot always do it intentionally, that it's something it's a new development. So John is going
Which
to
is partially true.
not always. It is not always
So,
under
Within
my
certain
control.
tensions, what do I get?
All you can tell is that he's not telling you everything.
Which is expected and understandable.
Yeah, but that's it.
Okay.
Could I get a pencil? Does anyone have a pencil?
There's a
Would you pass me a pencil, please?
throw it.
Please don't throw it.
Throw it.
Where's the sharp? I ate it. Why is there so much cat hair on this
John.
pencil?
Have you done it intentionally?
More or less.
May I ask what?
What I've done intentionally? Move things, heal people, and make it go away.
When you say make it go away, is that... You say you did it on purpose, so that was your choice?
Whatever made the change, I made it go away.
I'm guessing this thing, whatever it was, is not good.
I don't know. I've never seen what it does to people.
It doesn't appear to be.
I
At
know it
least
makes
from
people
what
panic.
I gather from your expressions and what you've said.
It is a confusing being.
I know you don't trust me. At least not fully.
Don't take it to heart. I don't trust most people.
I don't blame you. Not many people deserve to be trusted. Especially that man right there, and this man right here, because of how much information he gives to everybody. Anyway, but I have a request and a warning. The warning is there are consequences to this. There are consequences to changing something, no matter how small, especially if it's large.
I've gathered that.
And request. I ask. I won't force you to do anything. I don't want to. I ask that you tell me further if you do it again. You inform me. Because I want to ensure. Is ensure the right word?
Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure. Ensure
Magic power.
that you don't do it on accident. Because I can help you.
I cannot and will not make any guarantees.
I don't ask for guarantees. I ask for you to at least think on it. This conversation never happened. He could do that. I don't know how beneficial that would be for him though. That is all I ask. Is that alright? Will you think on it?
I'll keep it in mind.
Thank you, John. If you have any questions, go ahead and ask. If not, the door is right there.
You can see yourself.
Make the door always have been like 4 foot the other.
The door is by. It's
He
under
can't
the
change
desk.
Something he wasn't there for.
I wasn't gonna do it.
No, I was gonna.
I would make the joke. Make the joke.
And this town hall has always been an orange.
Oh my god.
John is going to ponder for a second.
About the question?
Yeah.
Okay.
See if he has any.
Leaving?
That too.
Exactly.
Because after pondering about the questions, John's going to nod to himself and walk out the door.
Okay.
Okay. So, outside, Archibald, Constance, Rogue, and Alfonso are outside. Yes.
Yeah, it'll come up if it's important.
Okay.
I guess it was kind of a me being curious question.
So,
I want to say before things happen, my entire goal is just watching him.
okay. So the entire time you are glaring at him.
Yep.
Okay. Just want to make that clear.
As
So
whatever
you're
I
leaving the
notice.
town hall. Rogue is just
Also,
I
in
will
case you don't
explain.
remember or you forgot, I spent most of the town meeting also glaring at you.
Oh, I didn't know. I will explain later.
So is Craterton your kid?
Why?
I don't know that note's phrasing was a little suspicious.
Like I said, I'll explain later. Once he's here.
Yes or
and
no?
once we're in a better place.
I
Am I out here already?
That can be.
this is right after.
Okay.
He's got to be adopted, though, right?
Craterton?
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
I don't know.
I just don't know who could biologically produce that person.
Out of game. If you had seen the previous Alan Boyle, you would not be nearly as surprised. Yeah.
For all I know, he's another science experiment. Also, yeah, how tall is Archibald?
It's a good question. I forget.
Probably like regular height.
I think like 5'10".
I'm gonna look at Archibald. Well, look back at Constance. Look back at Archibald and go, yeah, that's fair. There seems to be a wee bit of a height difference between the two of them. Are we just gonna sit here awkwardly in the quiet
Well,
until
what
I'm
is
waiting
it?
until John gets here, and then we can go somewhere
Where?
more convenient.
Yeah, what are we doing? After John
Loitering.
meets us. What? Not. Yeah. But, like, what's the plan?
Well,
plan is have somebody else make the plan, expect the plan to go wrong, and throw away the plan.
That's fine, just as long as somebody's making one.
That would be his
first and foremost, we have to figure out why he wasn't here.
keeping.
Name is not
Nolan Hayes.
Nolan. Why he wasn't here? He was supposed to be here.
Maybe somebody beat the shit out of him. That'd be pretty cool.
That might be. It might be related to that, but I don't think so, given his power, as I've mentioned.
What's that again?
Injury empowerment. The more he's hurt, the
Oh,
stronger
yeah,
he gets.
that-
So if you cut off his head, he'd still move.
True, you could
That's
do
a
it.
good question.
Like if you kill him in one go, does he keep going, or is he just dead?
Headless
Dude,
chicken moment.
we did not experiment to that extent.
Well, I
Patrick.
mean, yeah, if you did, he wouldn't have a
He was
head.
talking about cutting off. Yeah, no, I didn't think so.
Like, if you dropped a nuke on him, what would happen?
Does he have?
There wouldn't be anything of him.
Does he
Like,
get
do you know
regenerative
how
abilities
those
or- No,
work?
that doesn't make sense. Actually, no.
Yeah, kind of, but I don't know how powers work, really.
That's
No, I don't think he doesn't get any sort of regenerative ability.
to answer your
From
question
base.
about if you dropped a nuke on him, he would be dead.
Yeah.
Along with anybody else on
Well,
like a
last I knew,
three-
he was only a beta class.
He gets stronger as he takes on injuries, right?
I don't. Yes, to an extent. I have not learned that extent yet, but I'm
Right.
certain that a beta class special could not survive such a thing.
Well, that's cool.
How do those classes work again?
It's more or less based on energy levels and what the power does. Kind of. It's
So, like, what would John be?
effectively off the charts. It's the classification is Omega, but
He
that
is
can be-
Omega level
that can
only
be-
because that's the highest it goes.
Yes,
So you should probably add another category on the chart.
they really should.
So
But
that you don't have to.
You know what Omega means? It means the end. How do you top that one?
exactly,
Beyond the end. I don't know. Make up a fucking thing.
it can be anything from just outside of the range of Alpha, which is the next lower, to immeasurable, almost effectively immeasurable. And
What was that?
BC.
yeah,
After a few moments, John comes back out of the meeting hall.
What'd you talk about? What'd you do? What happened?
he asked about your power.
Too many questions.
Yeah.
Too many questions.
We can discuss this, and let's go to a more secure location. I have something to explain to you all as well.
Fair enough.
So.
Back to the bunker. No. Well, yeah, let's go to his bunker. That makes sense.
You're going back to your bunker? Is there anything you would like to discuss on the way there?
That's pretty much the last place we have to go.
I mean, we have the little Chimera bunker as well.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I guess.
One's
But
a lot
Catherine
more
went with
secure.
this.
And also, one's a lot more hidden.
Also, one's where Catherine is.
I think they're both pretty well secure and hidden, actually.
Well, actually, no, because
Well, one less
there were
hidden, I guess.
footprints going in and out of the mine where the Counter-Science bunker is located.
Also, I just clarifying, I would have locked the door behind us when we left. I would have reclosed the door.
Okay. So all of you go back to where Catherine is, and you go back in. You hear the classic Williams line, "Welcome." Having
Hi, Williams.
hello. But as you go in, you see Catherine is
Patrick.
sitting, leaning against the wall, and sitting on her lap, you see this cat.
Oh,
Upper half is orange, bottom half is white.
how big is it?
It's an average sized
Okay.
cat, and it has a little rainbow bow tie.
Well, that is a bastardization of an animal right there. Pick a color for crying out loud.
Archibald is immediately on
And the
edge.
cat's just sitting there, and she's just petting it. Oh, hi guys.
Where did that thing come from?
Is that feral? Does it have rabies?
It's
Yes.
No.
Yeah, this was one of the first things I decided about his character.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Have you ever gotten rabies shots before? They're awful.
Well, it has a bow tie, so I assume that it belongs to someone.
That
Someone
doesn't
put
mean
it
it doesn't have
there.
rabies.
Well, hey, somebody go get me a bow tie, and I'm gonna go sneak into the White House.
What?
Apparently, if you have a
What?
bow tie, you're not dangerous.
It's a
By her
cat.
logic.
Cats can't put on bow ties by themselves.
Yeah, and raccoons can't talk.
Maybe the ones you know.
that's fair.
Also, why is it two different colors?
Get it out of here.
Like, that's just
Because
what kind of bastardization happened to this poor
They
animal.
ran out of ink.
What?
lots of cats are.
Do you not know how cats
But
work?
you said it was like perfectly in half.
It's not. It's just the
Oh, so it's like spotted.
no.
No,
The
but
bottom half is white, but it's not like a line.
Okay,
It's like how
my
cats-
brain like
the belly
pictured it-
is white. The belly and
No,
like the
but-
jaw are
The
white.
belly,
That
legs, and
can-
jaw.
that
Okay,
can
yeah,
happen.
yeah. The way you said that, I pictured it like an even line. And I was
That-
like, what happened
No.
here?
That can happen. Heterochromia can
Did
extend
you
to,
guys
fur patterns.
did you guys like imagine the bottom half being like the four legs?
Well, I actually know the cat they're
being,
talking
like
about.
right in the
Down the right down the
back legs
I
being one
actually
color
know the
from
cat
the-
this is a
That was-
reference to, so I don't.
That was my mental
No, I
image.
have
Was
no
the,
issues.
the middle.
So, are you going to keep it?
No.
Just kind of walked
No.
in, and I'm not telling you to leave because it was
I am
keeping me
asking you to
company.
leave.
Hey, William.
Unfortunately, it's not your bunker,
Ha! Get wrecked.
and I want it, so I'm going to keep
hey,
it.
hey, Williams.
But what if it belongs to
agreed.
somebody?
Well, then it will go back. I
So-
can't just make it not leave. The door won't close.
So Archibald would reach
Shove
for
it.
the.
I'm not gonna do that. If it wants to leave, I'm just gonna let it leave. It's
You
just
would-
kind of sitting there looking at
Can you
her.
scan it for rabies?
Oh.
Hey, yeah, can I look at it with my goggles on?
Mhm.
What does
So
it look
before
like?
you-
Did you just look at
It's not there.
Oh.
Mhm. That doesn't exist.
It appears to.
Ghost cat.
Yeah.
Right, well, I'm not touching it until I know it doesn't have rabies.
So
I'm
he's
go
gonna
touch
put
it.
on his visor.
It's
He's
not
been
there.
reaching for. What?
Hey, Williams.
It's.
Yeah.
I can't even scan
Do
it.
you know
with
what this cat is?
There is no cat.
No shit.
I think there's something wrong with your scanners.
I
There's
think
a cat right here.
Well,
It's-
no, so far it's 3 for 3 that cat does not exist.
okay.
So that's a
He
pretty
just
fucking
kind of
magical
picks
cat.
it up and he just.
No.
It does not think, therefore it is not.
I'm gonna pet the cat.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
No, wait.
I'm gonna go pet the cat
It
too.
might have rabies.
What is it with you and rabies?
It's a terrible way to die.
Well,
Do you know how long rabies takes to set in?
Yeah, but once you notice the symptoms, it's already too late.
If the cat bites me, I could just get a shot.
Yeah, and getting rabies shots is awful.
we're not.
And
pussies.
so is not petting a cat.
Much less awful, I guess.
I'm gonna
keep
pet
petting
the cat.
It seems to enjoy it being pet.
Anyway,
Would you like to pet the cat?
I think I'm alright. Thanks.
Oh,
anyway, we
is that like
are...
a disappointed meow or?
It's just meowing. You can't tell. How would you know? You don't speak cat.
Patrick, I want to give the cat a warm, half-melted marshmallow.
You pull out a half melted marshmallow. The cat just. It doesn't bite it.
The marshmallow goes back in my pocket. Saving that one for later.
Those marshmallows have been in your pocket for days.
I would not eat something that cat has licked.
It didn't lick it. It just kind
Oh,
of.
I thought.
It was more of like a kind of.
Cats don't like marshmallows, we know that.
Oh, that cat. You try. Better question: where did it get the bow tie?
Someone probably put it there.
Okay, but the cat apparently doesn't exist.
Okay.
It doesn't register on any... It cannot be perceived
Can we
by
take
any...
the cat out until we discuss some other things?
Catherine just kind of stands up, and the cat, and lets go of the cat, and just kind of sits there, and looks at you guys.
Go.
I'm going to activate my... I'm going to activate my armor and just pick up the cat and set it outside.
But have it bite him. Have it bite him. Have it bite him.
He just sits there staring at you as you walk back in.
Don't come back.
I'm gonna call it.
I
back
mean
in.
it.
No.
I'm gonna call it like.
And the cat walks back in.
Please tell me
I
like,
am
it runs
going-
right between Archibald's legs. Like it just shoots the cat. No, don't shoot the cat. That's a bad idea. We know it's a pretty fucking magical cat. Please don't shoot it.
You know what's also a bad idea? Letting it bite you.
Well, it didn't bite me.
Yeah.
No,
long has
but
that
it would be a
cat
bad
been?
idea to let it do that.
How long has that cat been here?
Like 20 minutes.
It's a
Okay.
long time.
So
Okay.
I'm gonna ask the cat if it can talk.
Oh my
I
god,
promise
guys.
I'll
We need
explain
to
if
get
they
over
ever
the
shut
cat.
up.
We have other things to talk about.
I mean, take that as a
Yes.
yes.
Alright.
All right, what happened at the meeting?
He
You guys get
admitted
to
to
figure-
murdering somebody
We know that.
publicly.
Publicly?
I was
In
forced
front
to
of
read
the
a goddamn note that said that I basically did it.
No, you admitted it
Some
before
sort of
you read the
special-
note.
I admitted it to you guys.
No, you admitted it like,
private.
within 30 seconds of the meeting starting.
Yeah, you did kind of tell every single thing we've been doing since you got
I mean,
this
I
done.
recall giving away
Also,
information, but I did not so explicitly state that I had murdered somebody until I was forced to read a note that described the state of their murder.
Okay,
Can
granted.
someone shut him up?
Also, Hayes wasn't there.
I'm being accused.
He wasn't?
No,
No.
it never showed.
That was the whole reason you
Crime
guys
you
went.
did commit.
Yeah.
Probably a good thing, because we were all kind of forced to read secrets about ourselves.
Yes, everyone at the meeting seemed to get some sort of a note, which we read without meaning to.
With some sort of compulsory effect. It knew our thoughts. It knew things about us it shouldn't have.
Well, it also knew things we didn't know.
So actually, it could have just been... No, it would have had... at
Each
least
one was
two
preceded
separate
with the sound of a
powers.
typewriter.
Mine knew the future.
His was
Knew the
super meta.
future?
Mine.
Yeah. It told me what I was doing and thinking while reading the note. I was reading my own thoughts, essentially. While
Was it the future, or just was it reading the present?
Well, it fell before he...
Yeah, it fell before I started reading it, and when I was reading it,
It
I was
changed
reading
it
what was
just to-
proceeding after I started reading it.
I see.
Like I mentioned,
Okay.
the sound happening, and the sound didn't happen until after I finished reading the note.
My note also mentioned things we were unaware of. It seemed to imply there was someone listening to our conversation.
Which conversation? Remind me.
The whole thing.
Oh, the whole.
The
It is.
meeting.
Yes.
Yes.
Concerning.
It also
mean-
told me what one of the
And
digits
Hayes
to the passcode-
distinctly wasn't there.
Yeah.
No.
Distinctly.
It also told me
It
what one of the other
concerns me
digits, whatchamacallums for the password are.
It just told you.
Yeah.
It told him that he was going to have files in his lab researching things, and he would find that out. It told him It told him the last digit in the code.
No,
The
it
last
just said I was pondering it.
The notes also appeared from thin air. We tried to catch where they came from on recording, but yet, yeah,
I remember your note.
Oh,
better
that
than
is
you
true.
do.
It just said I would soon learn from reading the manuscript. That it
Out
had
of game. That
appeared
is you
on his
learning
lap.
it from reading the paper you're currently reading.
Oh, I misunderstood. Never mind.
He basically said he would soon learn after reading the paper that he is currently reading.
I misinterpreted that. My bad.
I felt kind of lonely for not getting one for so long, and
So,
then I got one, and then
Maybe
I really
Hayes
didn't-
knew it was going to happen.
You and me.
possibly.
I don't think that's the case.
I hate you, by the way.
If that were, if he
Yes,
had
you should
known,
know.
he would have been there.
How do you? Why? If this thing's revealing secrets, why would you want to be there for secrets to be revealed?
Besides, the whole thing was recorded. He would have that
love that
information
shit.
one way or the other.
Some of it was recorded.
No.
I think all the notes were.
I'm gonna need to destroy that camera.
Which camera?
Multiple.
Destroy all the records of that meeting.
Yeah, good
All
luck.
3 cameras?
Also, it could
That's
already be
not-
uploaded to a database.
Also, the mayor may or may not be telepathic.
The mayor
He
also
is-
may or may not be 6,000 years old.
He claimed to be six. Allow me. Hold up. Let me pull up my notes. Let me pull up my.
I
Notes.
wouldn't be surprised.
Oh wait, no. Wrong notes. These notes. Sorry, I have two separate.
Say that and then just that's not surprising.
There are
Why?
also 2 more missing people in the town that no one seems to know where
Remember.
they are.
Or
Two?
more specifically, no one seems to remember the person, except for the one girl.
One of
Instead,
them
she
was
there.
completely forgotten. The other was missing, though we got less information about them.
Because that dude was weird.
That's odd.
Yeah.
You know what else is odd? The cat.
The number 3.
Okay.
Random statement. Sponsored by me.
Oh, and in
Time
case
wasted by
it's been
me.
forgotten,
I'm
Archibald
about to
was
discuss that.
in his note was
I was going to call Tracy Boyle, the president of the UEG.
You have access to just calling the president
I am the
of the
former-
evil government.
and he was
seems-
considering doing it without telling us.
I was not, as everyone clearly assumed,
Also-
going to betray you. In fact, I was trying to think of a way that I could smooth over the incident so I don't get assassins sent after me without having to explain that he murdered him.
Why do you think
He
that
murdered
guard was
Calvin.
there from the first place? That guard was an assassin.
No, he was not. He was not an assassin. If they were going to try to kill me, there would have been agents throughout the entire house.
He was going to shoot me though.
You're just trying to.
He was
rationalize,
not
aren't
going
you?
to
No.
shoot you. He was literally just trying to threaten us into compliance. He was not intending to shoot.
Hand on gun is threatening to shoot.
Yes, threatening to shoot.
I don't think there was any convincing that man.
Also,
He was
the way the
there
note
for a
had,
talk.
Also, the way the note had the phrasing, it sounded like he knew the president really suspiciously well.
As I was about to say, none of you. My position in the
She's
UEG
gotta
was
have, like,
not
really
a
low
small
standards.
one.
What was it?
I was the head scientist of the black box facility.
Wait, black box, that means mental stuff?
No.
Nope, that's the physical one. Ugh, man, why couldn't they just make it simple? Why do they have to do it backwards? It's annoying.
That's exactly why. To confuse people who didn't deserve to have that knowledge. Who they
Oh,
did not
no.
intend to have that
Oh
knowledge.
no, I had access
Okay.
to the files of which
What did
facility
you
was which.
do
I just never
as the head
remembered.
scientist of Black Box?
All kinds of human
Inhuman
experimentation.
experiments,
The standard.
torture,
Dissecting.
death.
No dissecting.
Or-
That would have been a different department.
Which one was that?
I don't believe we had any deaths on my watch.
Hmm.
Wasn't the crater on your watch?
Both well.
That was a terrorist attack.
It was around the facility.
Facilitated by whom?
I had nothing to do with that.
Can I roll discern intentions?
All of you may roll discern intention. You would so. No.
Oh, that's Snake Eyes.
What if the cat rolls discern intentions?
5.
Experience.
Right.
Alright, I'm rolling influence
Oh.
their intentions.
I got 2 6s
Oh.
plus 3. That's a
Oh,
15.
well, I also got 2 6s plus.
We said earlier
minus
discern
1.
intention was cognition, right?
Yes.
You're funny. No, it's charm.
Go,
No.
I'm gonna go with what Patrick said,
No.
which
Use
is
it
I
no.
succeeded.
Just use a token.
I don't wanna.
I mean,
Why?
I got no love.
Oh, I got
You always start with
Because
3.
people told me to.
That's fair.
You with the
Good
problem.
argument. Good argument.
I get an experience point. Woo!
I actually got another token.
Who succeeded, or at least kind of succeeded? You did not.
5.
You did not. So you 3 got experience.
Oh, that's really funny. The one person who succeeded just
What number did you
overwhelmingly
get?
defeated me.
15.
11.
Lay bare your secrets.
So you 3 believe him.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You do not. He's very. Here's the thing. It's like he's very convincing, but you can just tell.
Deaths have occurred under his watch.
I believe
No.
no,
you.
he was involved.
It
With
was
the
involved in the crater.
Alright.
That was he.
I had
was
nothing to
involved
do with the crater. I had nothing to do with that incident.
So he had a lot to do with that incident.
Hey Williams.
Terrorist.
Hey Williams.
Yeah.
No, that would be
Do you know what happened with
Terrorist.
the giant crater in North America
Terrorist.
currently?
Torelli.
No.
On the planet we're on? No.
That was a special.
Torrevelist.
Can you,
That's
like
better.
what did he do?
A special exploded.
Like suicide bomb kind of?
Unsure. The body was never found. No remains.
It's unlikely he survived, but it's
I mean, that is a pretty big
terrifying to know that someone with that kind of power
Okay.
exists.
Anyway,
Did.
you
Protect
just did experimentations with specials.
More
Also-
or less, yes.
If you act on the information that you have, you get experience
Punch him.
for getting a 10 plus.
Punch him.
Tell him. Do it.
You know, it doesn't make sense, to me at least, that you're unsure if he survived or not. When you
The
were
body was never
clearly
found.
involved.
What do you mean?
You're the worst liar I've ever met. I have worked my whole life dealing with people who embellish the truth. You're one of the worst.
There is no information on whether he survived or not, because his body was never found. There is no sign of him. He destroyed
Hey, Archibald, how do you
everything.
know it was a he?
Did you blow him up?
Huh? Got him.
It's a generic term.
They.
It's too bulky.
Uh-huh.
Did you make him blow up?
No,
Did you subject him to experiments that resulted in his combustion?
I did not. No,
Ooh, you know
Were
that
you in
word?
charge of those experiments?
I was not. No.
Did
Were
you know
those
him
parts-
personally?
Of
When?
I will point out, even though you are asking more questions, you 3 still believe that he had nothing to do with it.
Well, that was before he was called out as being a liar.
That's fair. You may roll discern intentions again.
dadgummit, I get more experience, Patrick.
You should just not roll at all. He doesn't believe him regardless.
Yeah, that's fair. You would think he's just very convincing.
Yeah, he was convincing, but
In character, you would not believe him regardless, but he's just very convincing. So,
I believed for a little while that he believed it.
yes.
And now I'm a
Normal
little
or dark?
less
Normal.
certain. I'm unsure at this
Do you
point.
want one?
You don't believe it, but there's a chance it's true.
Yeah,
What's his
not that it
special's
really
name?
changes
Back
anything.
to the topic at hand.
The crater?
That's why I was. That's why I
Butterfinger.
had direct contact to Tracy Boyle, to the president,
So,
and I was going to call her because I don't want Luigi assassins coming after me.
Too late.
Calvin was not an assassin; he was a messenger. You know, they would not send a regular agent as an assassin. You also know this. You're a former assassin yourself.
Better question. How did you know he was a regular agent?
I worked with him for 5 years.
Also,
I worked with him for like 3.
a man
No, you
in
didn't.
Calvin's position, is he permitted to use lethal force if he so deems it necessary?
Absolutely, I assume.
Most members.
Then yeah, he may not have been an assassin, but he still very easily could have been. He could have killed me and been well within his rights.
Granted,
Yes.
most members of the UEG are allowed to use lethal force if it's deemed necessary.
Exactly.
So, Archibald, let me understand if I. Your defense of colleague Tracy was that you really wanted to make sure that you didn't die, and it didn't really concern us. However, you do want to continue lying or at least being misleading to us about things that are relevant to our cause.
What is our cause?
Bringing down the UEG. Starting with the base.
Yeah, down with the government. Woo!
Terrellian!
I just wanted to hear him yell it. I'm sorry. I had to.
Did I summarize that well?
First and foremost, as I have stated previously, I did not make a call. Most of that reasoning was that I could not find a way to explain what happened without throwing him under the bus. And I...
You can just say I killed.
Hey, Patrick,
guy
can I
in self-defense.
roll discern intentions to
That
see if he's
wouldn't-
lying about the reason he didn't call?
You're free to roll.
Sure. I got it. I got a 7. I have a -1.
More experience.
I want to succeed.
How about this? Here's the thing. At first, I thought you were rolling because this is an easy way for you to get experience. But then you reacted like that, which changed my thought process.
Are
Like,
you
the
sure that you
experience isn't bad, but I want to be better.
You sure you didn't make the call because you didn't have an opportunity to do so without us noticing?
I had several opportunities.
When?
First off, when you guys were asleep.
When was I saying?
We did sleep here last night, before the meeting.
I didn't sleep.
You rest?
Oh,
What do you do?
I hit those like Batman style like micro sleeps for like 30 seconds.
He snores very loudly.
No, I don't.
Who's bad?
I'm gonna go into the pile in the
special
corner and just
Gotham.
throw a comic book at him. Read it.
And weep.
He is homeless. He might never have heard of Gotham.
Forgive me if I
Don't
don't
go there.
exactly trust your explanation after.
I'm not the only former UEG member here. He was a UEG assassin, he was a UEG spy, and I don't even know.
I'm homeless!
This is just a random civilian.
crime.
These two people were forced to work for the UEG due to their remarkably unethical practices of securing agents. You just chose
okay.
it.
I thought you were calling me remarkably unethical, and I was gonna take that
Well,
personally.
Have you seen the informational videos on the UEG?
No.
No. Well, they paint everything in a much different light.
Yeah, it's kind of
And that is the light that that is what I believed whenever I originally joined. And that was also clouded by the events of, well, 1987 to 1990.
Quick question: what was that? I'm bad with numbers.
The shattering, alien invasion, all of that stuff.
Right.
The fracturing, sorry.
A lot of stuff happened in this town in those 3 years.
And none of you could understand that.
Try me.
Even if all of that is true, your general.
Why do you think I left?
Because you're old.
Age has nothing to do
Huh? He's like
what my position
You're like
was.
40?
47.
Yeah, he's old.
He's old.
How old are you?
32.
Ah, you're
You're old.
Boomer. Fonzie, how old are you?
17.
It's 27.
Shut up!
Old.
No, I'm not in my 30s yet.
Regardless,
I haven't
even
met
in the
them.
time that I've met you, which has been little more than 24 hours, you have consistently been, if nothing else, deceitful. Also, you could have shared with us that you had a contact that could help our situation, but you were too worried about your own situation.
Oh, that's really funny.
Why so?
You don't know who Tracy is.
Yes,
you
I
don't
do.
know who the president is.
Yes, I do.
And you think that would be an asset to what you intend to do.
Point is, you're going to make a call without telling us. A very important call.
I was considering it, and I hadn't found justification to do so. I hadn't
What did your note
hadn't
say
figured out the
exactly?
right words.
Can you read your note again?
Should I call her?
Should you?
No.
Not now?
Not unless there's a really good reason that pops up. Because I can't explain this right now.
Also, no one here has any reason to particularly trust you. Whenever I ask everyone why they trust
No
everyone
one
else,
here has any particular reason to trust anyone here.
The two of them have worked together for a long time.
All the more reason that they shouldn't be trusting each other.
Yeah, I do kind of hate him.
Well, hate is different than trust.
Fair enough.
You have no reason to be mistrusted, as you are just a random person,
And therefore has no reason to be trusted, as he is just a random person.
except that he's shown the most amount of common sense of the group.
If by common sense you mean sharing of very, very problematic information to anyone he speaks with, no matter who they are, no matter what problems that will cause.
Oftentimes, the best way to survive is by being cooperative.
Which is true. The only reason he was in danger in our encounter was because of, again, you.
Says the one who pulled the trigger.
I tried to get you to stop, and you shot anyway.
And as did she.
Yeah,
Yes.
but I wasn't. She actually asked me to get you all to stop. She asked me to get you all to cooperate.
I was trying to talk to you all where no one would get hurt. That was my goal.
And as much as I don't appreciate having a gun shoved in my face
And shot.
and shot, I have to look at the reasons as to why I shot. Because I don't.
Why I shot?
Not why I was shot. I don't think that would have happened
Hey,
had you
Constance,
not shot your gun.
hey, Constance, I'd like to point out the fact that you got shot was not my fault, and I had nothing to do with it.
You did.
I
You
wasn't.
stopped.
No, I wasn't even in the building.
Right, but like you didn't make any.
And that is the only reason it didn't end up being your fault.
Also, he has, on multiple occasions, helped out the group, and really in every turn has been selfless. You, John.
I'm selfless.
You don't know him at all, do you?
He's the reason that Archibald is currently alive right now.
He's a selfish bastard.
I disagree.
I'm the reason you have your
I would have killed you in our first
That
encounter.
is true. However, I also have,
Wait, what?
as has been demonstrated, I could have fixed it. He,
What, by breaking his other rib? Oh, wait, I wasn't there for that.
you're. Oh yeah, you weren't there.
Nobody did do that.
That is a thing that happened.
Admittedly, you are a useful asset. However, if you're going to be working with this team, you're going to need to start building some trust for this group, or you're going to have to find that yourself alone.
Why do you think I've shared this information?
Because you were forced to at the town meeting?
Forced to.
Sounds like it. Were you going to tell them?
Hey, Catherine, don't take this personally, but I entirely forgot you were here.
I was listening. I've learned when I just be quiet and listen, people tell me a lot more information than if I talk.
Honestly, a very useful skill you might learn from.
Yeah, but that's not fun, and information's not really my thing.
This is how he's been the entire time I've known him. So
That doesn't
This is
surprise me.
how he's been his entire life.
Yeah.
A condescending asshole.
This is the
were you
self-righteous
going to
dick.
tell us that you were going to call Tracy?
Why would I tell you something?
So you weren't going to give us the information, but were forced to due to the note. Therefore, you just lied.
Why would you want to withhold that information?
Why would I say something like that to you?
And can you answer the question? Why would you withhold it?
No, why?
Not to me, which one
I
of these
need
is
you to
Capricorn
answer
and
why I
Pisces?
would ever share that kind of information.
Because you are actively working with this group, engaging in illicit activities where a foundation of understanding and maybe even if only in the barest sense, trust in your
That's number 1.
accomplice's abilities is required. I've lived alone most of my life, but I understand that if you're going to work with people, then most of the time, the best way to do that is just by telling them things. Especially things that they either would need to or very much would like to know.
A fun strategy to get out of an awkward situation is or a situation where you don't want to talk to somebody. Start telling them things about your life they don't want to know because they tend to just walk away.
Yeah, no, I've employed that a number of times.
Same.
Astonishing.
If we're going to be working as a group from here on out, there needs to be more trust amongst every single person here. We can't do the things we're doing. We can't take down a governmental organization if we know the bare minimum about each other.
Well, hey, you want to tell us about yourself?
Shoot you, and I will shoot you again.
Okay, so hypothetically, if you were stuck in a room with Hitler, Stalin, and me and had 2 bullets.
I agree with John. Admittedly, I now know more about you than I do most people, but
another 2 times.
yes. A good place to start might be sharing any information about ourselves that would be important or pertinent to the future.
Yeah, and also, if anybody here actually does have any overt and true intentions about making moves against the UEG, then you are probably the person with the most significant and important information doing that.
And the president knows that too.
Which is why you'll need the help of skilled combatants to protect you.
I don't care how
Can
skilled
I
you
roll a
are, we don't
cognition to
have
see if I can
nearly
eliminate
enough
other
people
UEG boxes
to defend
for
against an
funding?
attack from the UEG.
Or get like a vague area.
There is no official UEG bunker.
That's not what the dude,
where
the
we're
other
at.
dude said.
He said Eco Life bunker, not UEG.
Do you know what happened in World War II?
Can I roll
When
a cognition
Japan
to see if I can
stirred the
generate
hornet's
areas
nest
for
that
where
was the
that
United
bunker is?
States of America?
No.
We dropped the sun on them twice.
So long story
And
short,
if you
a man got kicked out of art school, and one thing led to another, and this sovereign.
We dropped 2 atomic bombs in the sovereign nation of Japan.
Are you familiar with an atomic bomb?
So then, I just have to ask you. We have already all expressed some interest in making moves against the UEG. We have full intention of disturbing the hornet's nest. Why are you still so cagey about it? Are you committed or are you not?
None of you seem to be suitably afraid of the UEG.
I am
You
terrified.
don't seem to understand what you're doing.
I'm more terrified than I have ever been in my life, and I've not slept for 3 days.
So hey, fun fact: I have this weird biological condition where I chemically can't feel fear.
That's not true at all.
I knew.
I can confirm.
Yeah.
How?
How you reacted to The Shining that one time?
Yeah, he is
So what-
bad with horror
Okay.
movies.
So
How
then,
would you know that?
I've known you for a majority of your life.
If you think that we have the improper frame of reference for the scale of the enemy that we're going against, which I think is true, there's no comprehending the size and limitless resources that the UEG has relative to us, and yet we still plan on making moves against them, what would you suggest?
We could raid the Eagle Life bunker on the other end of town.
Ignore what he just said.
It's a valid option.
What would you suggest? You can't just keep warning us that what we're doing is insane and keep coming along with us.
You
Either help us or leave.
I don't think leaving is an option for him.
Well, given that the only organization with any semblance of ability to compete with UEG is now, we've lost communication with them. I don't know what you could do. I don't know what we could do.
We either have to reestablish communication or find the key components that exist within the UEG that a small team of dedicated people could take out by going around their larger forces.
There's a station right outside of town.
A station?
Around the asteroid.
Yeah, the asteroid.
Start there. You start small.
How many people?
I've spent.
27.
I don't know yet. The plan was to find that out if no one was there, but he wasn't there at the meeting.
Exactly.
I think Williams.
But I have spent a good portion of my life
Hey, Williams.
trying to understand as much about the UEG as I possibly can. I know the threat we're up against. I know this group is not enough, which is why I was a part of Cloud.
I know I wasn't supposed to take that personally, but I kind of did.
It wasn't directed at you specifically, and you know that.
But I'm choosing to take it personally.
Okay.
Let me put this into perspective for you. Cloud can't even oppose the UEG openly anymore.
That's why we're not doing it openly.
Exactly.
Have you ever
The
read a
closest
history
thing
book
to an
you?
opposition they have can't even do so in the open.
That's kind of how rebellions tend to function. Like, have you read a history book at all?
Okay.
He's a
So how would you
scientist, not a
fix that problem?
strategist.
Fair. You know what?
Or historian.
Fair point. Fair point.
Either that or we all go home, because apparently, according to you, it's hopeless.
Hey, quick question. How would you go home?
It's a goddamn freaking speech. Jesus Christ.
I was just curious, you know, given your very loud shouting of "I'm homeless" earlier.
Well, when talking about occupations, I don't have one.
So you're unemployed,
Yes.
but you have a home?
No.
Is anyone here currently employed and or not homeless?
Legally or no?
I am neither unemployed nor I suppose I might technically be unemployed now, but I am not homeless. I
You
did
are.
abandon my home
You are
because I'm going to be
100%
assassinated.
Everyone here is unemployed and homeless.
What do you mean by
Private investigator.
unemployed? To clarify,
Technically,
Are you being
he's
paid
still
for services
employed
currently?
because
does
he's proud
fighting
of it.
sports count?
No.
Self-employment.
Why not?
Are you working as an entertainer?
Yes,
Then yes.
I earn money from it. Don't. I'm not lying.
You're not, but it's also not legal.
So you're just
street fighting is
self-employed.
very illegal.
As the terrorist.
You know, it's a good argument.
Anyway, thing is, we all have an intention to do something, regardless of what we can do. So, Archibald, are you in or are you out?
What the hell? It's worth a shot.
I'd go for a shot right about now.
No.
Follow-up question: why?
Because I can't go back. At this point, first off, I can't return to how things were even a couple days ago because, well, Calvin's dead. There's no way that I'll get a second chance. Well, a third, I suppose. And also, the reasons I left the UEG to begin with.
Which were?
Basically everything you guys said when you were denouncing me for being a horrible person.
To be fair, I never said those things. I don't know what you've done.
No, just don't back out now.
No, I'm not saying that he didn't do horrible things, nor is the UEG not horrible. I'm just saying that I don't want to be lumped in with the denouncers.
I have begun to believe that maybe, rather than removing specials and experimenting on them and otherwise containing them, since it's most likely impossible to erase the powers without, massacring people, and even then they would keep popping up anyway, ever since the fracturing ability is everywhere. We're not sure what happened. It didn't exist before that. That we do know. But
Discern intentions?
specials aren't going away, and
What exactly are you trying to discern?
we need to adapt rather than
Whether he's being
suppress them.
forthright and honest about his reasoning for having left the UEG, particularly in regards to specials.
What'd you get?
6.
Would you like to use a token?
Would I? Yeah, I will.
Let me find it real quick. Okay. You tell him what he discerns with the 7 to 9.
He seems to be being pretty honest.
Could I roll discern intentions to see if I can bring my or that if he's being genuine enough for me to be able to trust him?
Yeah.
Is it cognition or charm?
Charm.
5.
Would you like to spend tokens?
Yeah, I will.
Yeah. You need to spend 2 tokens to get to a kind of success.
Oh, would I get the +1 for the UEG thing, or
Yeah. You get
Okay.
+1 against anything.
then yeah, I'll spend 1 token and
2. Okay.
yeah, with the +1.
So it's not enough to make you trust him fully.
But at least I don't
But
believe
it
he's
at
trying
least
to trick
yeah,
me.
you don't believe he's trying to trick you.
Hey, quick question. Do you have a base name for the research facility we were talking about earlier? Like what it would be called on UED files?
Epsilon Station?
Hey, Williams,
Yes.
do you have any files on Epsilon Station?
No. That was before. Or after. That was
Before-
after.
What?
That was after.
After what, precisely?
My database was updated.
How does one update your data? Wait, how did you have information on the crater?
That was before.
Huh.
The one before you updated me.
What?
Huh.
When were you last updated?
5 years ago.
By whom?
You do not have access to those files.
So how would one update your database?
You do not have access.
Okay.
Williams, do we have access to Kane Lab files?
Yes, that was before.
Interesting. I'd be
We
intrigued.
already
Ooh.
looked up those.
We looked up UEG files, not Kane Lab.
That's how we looked up game modes.
Why are you holding those like they're yours?
Thanks, Zane. I appreciate it.
We'll go ahead and put them back over there.
Well, I had. So. Yes.
We're just gonna leave that thought there.
Leave it there? Okay.
All right. Archibald, I'm willing, because we need you at this point, to give you some benefit of trust at this point. However, if you give me a reason or to think that you're going to endanger this group, Just know that I'll be watching.
Likewise. You have 2 unknown devices inside you, and I'm not inclined to trust anything the UEG puts in people.
Fair. What do you want to know about them? I know what both
What do they
are.
do?
The one around my heart keeps me alive. It's think of it like life support. And the other one gives me access to a prototype of a computer similar to William's.
Oh,
So, do you have access to files on the Epsilon station?
I doubt it. Omega, do we have access to files on the Epsilon station?
And only you can hear this. It would take me a minute, but I might be able to find some things.
Go ahead and see what you can find.
Wait, could you pair your computer with Williams here to update his database?
he'd probably assume it was intact and respond accordingly.
Hey, Williams.
Yes.
For you. She's got a computer apparently implanted in her brain. Could you
Wrist.
link to wrist, whatever? Could you link to it and then use that to update your database? No. Oh.
It's possible they might be able to connect, but I don't think it would give us anything useful until we get the code.
There.
Where's my phone?
Right in front of you.
Right. Well. So now with the discussion of our group, our goals, and such out of the way, now we can look at what our next course of action is. We've discussed dealing with the base, though optimally we would have gotten information from Nolan Hayes before doing that. Correct?
Yeah.
What
Honestly,
information
I
do
doubt
we
he
need?
would have given much.
Anything is better than nothing.
Is it better now to pursue a further connection with your previous employers, or to try and deal with try and gather information independently?
Could try and do both.
Do you have any other channels by which you could contact them?
I do not have any communication.
So we need to again contact. Yes, what's the name of your boss?
Matthias.
My
Matthias.
direct boss?
Matthias, right?
Matthias is my part.
Right. The boss is the one you lost contact with.
The madman who was holding you hostage.
Miles?
No, my direct boss is Eugene.
And
Terry?
we don't have any information on Eugene.
Do you know where you would find him?
Oh, he's at Stronghold.
Where's the stronghold?
I cannot say that.
Understand.
Could you go get in contact with him on your own and come back with more information?
I can try. It might take me some time, but I could.
Are you comfortable
Maybe.
going out on your own in such a dangerous situation?
The
No.
UEG after you and all.
If I'm
Would you be
going out,
willing
I'm
to-
not going by myself.
Would you be willing to take someone with you?
Yeah.
All right. So we can get information in contact with the employers that way, and then another group can go looking for information independently. Do you have a preference on how many or which of us you would take?
What about Alan?
Anderson?
He's not.
He's in town.
Yeah, but he's not in this group.
True.
We need it. He would be very helpful. He knows more than me about anything UEG stuff.
So
He's
maybe the
also
other group,
huge.
the one that doesn't go with you, ends up talking to him.
That'd be a good idea.
We could. How long would it take you to get connection back with Eugene and Stronghold? How long would
I
the
have
trip
no
be?
idea. I don't know it. I would need to know why I lost contact with them, but I don't.
Regardless how long it would take, it's probably worth it.
That's
What was your
wondering.
method of communication?
We had specific radios that would.
But I assume we'd have to
No,
travel
not
to
that one. I took that one from Jonathan Myers.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, he knows it was you that took it.
He really wants it back.
Well, that sucks for him then.
He comes walking into the bunker. No, it doesn't.
Yeah. What exactly does this thing do?
It calls. I can't decide who it calls.
Hey, can we call somebody with it?
I was honestly considering that. Is there anyone who could help?
I don't know who that calls.
There was one that seemed to know you. What was the guy's name?
Vladislav?
Ladislav.
Vladislav?
Vladislav.
Yeah, I've talked to him before.
He asked where you were.
Yes, I've talked to him before.
Yeah. Who is he?
I'm not sure. He works for another organization that's not Cloud, but it's not the UEG because I told him about it, and he does not like the UEG.
Interesting. I assume he's not from Sword Island. Well, actually,
Maybe.
he is Russian. That would fall under Sword's jurisdiction.
As a random
The sword is just the eastern branch of Cloud.
Yes, but they do almost function as a separate organization. Yeah.
Right, but I don't know.
Oh, that was Tarzan.
I
It'd be
doubt.
worth looking into who he is and who he works for.
He asked where you were, and I told him at the point.
So he's probably coming here.
Exactly.
That's not.
Assuming
The
he,
Russian guy?
For us.
Yeah,
assuming he can come here.
yeah.
War was 60
With how
years
difficult that is.
I know that, but he's still Russian.
What are you got against Russians?
I don't know. They sound intimidating. Also, he's on a radio. That's even more intimidating.
Is there a way we could set up a network that would give us information, possibly a group of people, or
There's the It's All True website.
Do you have access to?
Yeah.
We could use that to maybe try and get some information. It's all anonymous.
I'm assuming Matthias
Conspiracy theory forum.
took your former radio.
That was, but the thing is that the radio just stopped working
Around him
before he got there.
before Matthias even got
Yeah.
here.
I mean, it just couldn't contact them. It was built solely to contact Stronghold, and it couldn't.
When exactly did this cut out?
Right before you showed up. Did you do it?
I don't think so. Omega, do we have anything to do with that?
No, not me.
When did Matthias get to town?
You got here before me, several months before I did.
Oh, well, that's what I was asking.
I don't know.
Could it have been Matthias who shorted your radio?
It didn't
Stop it.
short.
Who stopped it from functioning?
The signal stopped working.
The signal.
So, like the return signal or the outgoing signal from the radio?
Nothing. Just static.
Well, I mean, that could be. He could have tampered with the radio. I'm exploring the possibility that he, in his paranoia, might have caused the silence from Cloud.
So basically, every line we follow leads back to Matthias messing with something.
It seems we're really going to regret you lot missing your meeting.
What if, hear me out on this, considering that it's going to take probably a good long while for anyone to get into contact with Stronghold, we send a small collected group to the local cloud base to try to rebuild a connection.
I'll go. I'm good with people.
Are you?
Yeah,
You're a liar.
people.
He's not.
You're aware the local cloud base is Matthias.
Yeah, I haven't
Exactly.
interacted with him before, so he's not gonna hate me right off the bat.
He will.
He will the moment he talks to you.
Challenge accepted. Can I go talk to Matthias?
From what I understand,
I'm not going to stop you, but please be careful.
Wait just a moment.
from what they said, he seems to immediately distrust anyone who's not special.
But I am now.
And
Did
you
he know that
also
before?
did kind of
How's your power work again?
Do you want him to know how your power works?
He doesn't have to know how my power works.
True.
All he has to know is that it exists, and we can get Abraham to confirm it.
There is something I could try. I haven't
Look,
actually.
right there.
He's always got our back.
I'd have to go back to my lab. I don't have the equipment to do it here.
To do what?
I have considered briefly at several points in time as an idea, as a way of leveling the playing field. Something that could temporarily give someone abilities. And I was thinking that could be an optimal way to get in.
We could just use John. Comes to the issue with that.
Yes, but he also... John was there the last time, right? Just clarifying. But also, he was one who had been there when the meeting was arranged and subsequently missed.
I feel like me, even though I am at a position he would be more willing to trust me, I feel like going alone into the area where the guy that probably hates us very much so by
I'll go.
myself. Say, we understand you're willing to go.
What if I go? I'm not.
You would
normal.
register as a special if they tried to sense.
And I
Abraham
wasn't
would
there in the
probably be
first meeting.
confused. That would be good. That would work. That could work. And I wouldn't have to give anyone powers. That would be a plus.
Probably a dangerous situation to do anyway.
Yes. Always is.
All right.
Fun if it's not dangerous.
That's just not true.
Why not?
So, I'll need to go talk to Matthias. Someone needs to go with Catherine to visit Stronghold, and
Oh no, there will be that would take a while because specifically to get back to Stronghold.
Like,
I could find a way to contact Eugene, but I cannot find. I don't know if I can. I won't be able to find a way to contact Stronghold directly
okay, so
because Eugene
Someone-
isn't always at Stronghold.
someone needs to go with you to contact Eugene.
Yes,
Okay, so that's what I was referring to
How-
earlier when I asked if you had any other way of contacting
I-
Cloud.
I didn't.
Any other channels.
I don't. I might be able to,
is a way that you
but
might
I
use
might
an
be
option.
able to figure it out.
like, how long do you think that'd take?
I have no idea.
Fair enough.
But you'll need at least one person to go with you. And someone should probably stay around here for when, or just in case the Russian man from the radio shows up.
He won't show up at the bunker.
True, but someone should be in town at least whenever he shows up to meet him, unless you're not leaving town.
I don't think it'd be safe for me to leave town. Even
Honestly.
it's a lot easier to hide in this town.
So, what about? How do you feel about the group, or most of the group going with you while I go talk to Matthias?
If you're up for that.
I assume was anyone not in the meeting with Matthias before?
I was not-
Archibald and Alfonso.
However,
I doubt you want to go alone with Archibald.
He'll probably try and kill
if no,
him. And you'll probably try and kill him.
is it? Does he know?
Yes,
He okay.
he knows
yes.
who you are.
And if Miles sees me,
So Archibald's not an answer, but
No.
Alfonso could go with me. Do you think having a non-special with me would decrease my chances?
yeah, absolutely.
I don't think so.
Oh.
I'm not special.
Okay.
I know
You're
that
also a
he doesn't
body.
like me, but not because I'm not special.
Okay. So if me and Alfonso together go, then the three of you can go with
John
you
coming
to
with?
contact Eugene.
John's
Something
gonna come
tells me that
John, go
Cloud wouldn't be much of a fan of me either.
with- So where can you go?
You can't stay here alone.
I could just go back to my lab.
It's not like I can get in the door.
Not by yourself.
It'd be fine.
It's not safe for any of us to be alone.
Also, I don't trust you to be alone.
Okay. How about you two, Rogue and Al, you can go to Matthias. Constance, you can come with me to go. And then Archibald and John can stay together. That work?
All right.
All right.
Best plan we can come up with right now. There's not much else to do.
So who's going first, Patrick?
We're gonna follow you two first.
Yeah.
You find this this overgrown bunker, covered in vines, barely noticeable because of it. It's built in between a bunch of trees. But the door, you can definitely notice that it's been used very recently.
Should we just knock? Or...
I suppose.
I guess we'll go knock on the door.
Let's go over and knock on the door. Who's there?
My name's Al. This is Alexis.
We're here to talk about Cloud.
Door opens and you see Matthias standing there. For reference, he's a middle-aged man with short graying brown hair and a thick mustache, and he's wearing a pale blue button-up that's tucked into his black pants, and he's walking around with this metal cane-like contraption or walking stick thing.
I would like to point out that I do have my goggles on and also on when the door is open. So what color is he glowing? Does he glow?
Give me 1 second to find my notes. Okay. He is distinctly glowing teal.
Which one's that one again for my personal?
Antiverse
Oh. I thought it was pink, but no, that's. Okay, gotcha.
garden is pink.
Are we in the right place?
How do you know? Or Alexis?
We're here to
Why
talk
did
about
you say that so
It's
gruffly?
familiar.
UEG information. I assume you don't want to discuss it out here.
No. He lets you in and closes you the door.
Right. We hear that this is the place to go if we have issues and want to do
Where?
something about the
Where'd you
UEG.
hear that?
Are we in
Computer
the
called
or-
Wilson
Is this right?
Williams.
This is right, but where'd you hear that?
Computer system called Williams.
He leads you down a hallway, and it splits off into a T, goes off to the left, and enters these double doors. And it's this meeting room. Sitting off in the corner is a young, probably around 10-year-old girl with brown hair. And she's drawing. Yeah. All right.
What you drawing?
I'm gonna.
Don't talk to her.
Yeah, okay.
I'm drawing my friend John.
The place he told us to sit. I'm gonna investigate. Just look at it and make sure it's not gonna like blow me up as I sit down.
Just roll cognition for that.
I'm gonna assume both of us are doing that because old habits. And it is the safest chair I've
9.
ever seen.
You don't notice
Because
anything.
I got a 4. I
All right.
really hope my chair is a tamper.
I'll sit then.
It could be trapped. You're not sure though.
You gonna sit in the maybe trap chair?
Yep, I guess. I don't know.
You sit down and nothing happens because it's a normal chair, and you're being overly paranoid.
We are both just two very paranoid people.
Yeah. Specials.
I am. My friend isn't.
Hey, by the way, did you know there's like an equalized bunker like an hour's walk that way?
Hour?
I don't know. Patrick, how far would it be roughly?
If you're walking really slowly, it'd be an hour.
Oh, so like 20 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay, I take that. You know, an eco life bunker like 20
Is
minutes.
that relevant to this conversation?
We were talking about UEG information. I was just hoping like you were aware that that's like right there.
My friend is easily distractible.
Well, I can't alright get that.
However, he does have good intentions and is on the same side.
We'll see about that.
Well, that's not suspicious. Frightening. Creepy phrasing.
Whose side are you on?
Not the UEG.
Well, Cloud's compromised. Don't know if you knew that.
What's that mean?
Are you compromised?
No.
Also, when I was looking at him, did I see anything else like around him? Hey, what color is Maya glowing? And also, can I see Abraham?
My eye is glowing white.
Can I see Abraham?
You see this vague white shape.
Hey, quick question. What's behind her?
You see Abraham? Maya looks up. Can you see Abraham?
A vague white shape?
No, he can't see Abraham. That's not what he looks like.
Well, I mean, it's not clearly, but it's also very clearly something's there.
That makes sense. Those goggles see things?
Yeah, I found him in some like old dude's drunk.
What can they
drawer.
see?
Do what?
What can they see?
They make like certain people like specials glow different colors. Apparently, also like
Oh.
special items glow different colors.
I see. Okay.
Sometimes they don't work. Like we saw a cat the other day that didn't show up at all. The cat just wasn't there when I put these on.
So what are you here for?
To try and see what we can do to help against the UEG.
My only job is to protect these people. However I can by any means necessary. Are you a threat to them?
The specials?
Not that I know of.
Not unless they work for the UEG.
Good answer. Good answer.
No, they don't.
Yeah. Also, who's Abraham?
Abraham's my friend.
The guy behind you, I take it then?
Say hi. He says hi.
What? Okay. That was weird.
You get used to it after a while.
Hi, Abraham.
How many specials are you currently protecting?
4.
4? That's it? You have a whole bunker for 4 people?
This is the very first test of Project Enigma from Cloud, and I no longer... And Cloud is compromised, so this is it.
How did Cloud become compromised?
Something has taken it over.
If we could purge this, the system, you would get back a lot of resources.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what something specifically?
It's director. He's gonna betray us, I know.
So he hasn't yet.
He will.
You're just running off a hunch.
No, he will. I know it.
What information do you have?
I have very reliable sources that say he is under the influence of something not of this world.
I see.
Huh.
Maybe if we could get in contact with this person, we could figure out how he's being controlled and hopefully rectify the problem.
It could potentially work, but he has an army at his disposal.
Me and my friend here are particularly trained in
Avoiding armies.
dealing with individuals and armies.
I just ran away from the armies every time I had to deal with one of those. I was like, nope, I'm go around that.
So you said you're here to help bring down the UEG?
Yes.
I don't care about bringing down the UEG. I only care about protecting these people.
However,
Hey, best defense is a good offense. Just
something that aligns with our goal is reestablishing Cloud as an organization that can help resist the UEG, something that would help you out substantially.
How are two people going to do that?
Like I said, we're both particularly trained in the ability to get in to places we shouldn't be, deal with specific people, and get back out.
I was good at that before I got trained to do it, or at least in getting in places.
They have specials at their disposal that are quite difficult to get around.
I had to deal with those before.
If you have
Yeah,
information
this
on
one-
them, that could help.
This one bastard the other day shocked me. Rude.
And there's one calls himself Concrete. He can make people see things. And to them, they're real.
Concrete? Why do you
Don't
call
ask.
why would
I
you
don't
call
know.
yourself Concrete if this thing was visions. That doesn't.
Visions that feel real. That's what she is.
He just said.
Do we are we pulled into the visions, or do the visions manifest in
They're not
reality?
visions.
The things we see,
Illusions.
the illusions. Then,
They are real to you.
what kind of things?
That sounds
To what
Anything.
extent
fun.
Anything.
could,
So you're saying
Theoretically,
I
he
could go fight
make
a
us-
dragon?
if we encountered him, he could, for all intents and purposes, surround us with the sun?
Probably wouldn't.
But you're saying I could go fight a dragon?
All right.
I don't think that's what you should be focusing on.
I
How
just
does-
realized that was possible, and that got me weirdly excited.
How does it work?
Now I
Line of
wanna go
sight,
fight a
touch,
dragon.
area?
I don't fully know. This wasn't my department.
Understandable.
He's,
Where
he's
is-
in charge of their little task force.
Is he always around the director?
No. But he's
Alright.
always at Stronghold. He's basically in charge of security.
So long as we don't alert security, we don't have to deal with him. If we do have to deal with him, we bail.
Yeah.
All right. Anybody else?
The other main ones focused on that I know about are in their task force called the Syndicate. Concrete is in charge of it. Then there's Marauder. He's the...
What is he, like a pirate?
No. It's just what his code name is. He's a... He was a soldier. But he can't be killed. That's his power. Unkillable.
Ugh. That's rough.
Easy enough to deal with.
Ugh.
And there's Crow. Basic combat training, but an extremely advanced suit.
Understandable.
Very, very smart.
So he's super smart.
As far as I know.
Less easy to deal with.
Anybody else?
Raven and Hellhound.
Wait, wasn't Raven the super smart guy?
No.
No, that's Crow.
Just Crow.
Crow.
Oh, right.
Raven's power is advanced reflexes, but they have a flight suit like the Vulture.
I see. Tricky,
Yeah,
but
what
not
kind?
too difficult, though we would have to be careful.
The only thing I know about Hellhound,
How?
ex Special Forces,
Ooh,
German Special Forces,
nice.
control fire. I never encountered him myself, but
Like generate or just
I don't know.
manipulate?
manipulate fire.
Do you know how good those reflexes are? Like,
No. I only heard of half of them. I've only met two.
Right. Anything we need to know about that you can tell us about security systems that you used to work there? Do you have any access to anything?
Decently high tech.
You wouldn't happen to have access. Do they know that you have cut yourself off from them?
Sure, they know by now.
Do you think that they would have revoked any access you had?
Probably.
All right. So, who should we get into contact with to figure out how to shut down or avoid the security system.
There's this. We tried to get him in the Project Enigma, but he adamantly refused. This kid could talk to technology. In a way. At least that's what he told me. I don't think that's what he could actually do.
Okay.
It was Chambers, I think.
Do you have his location?
Last I heard, he was somewhere in Colorado. But I wouldn't be surprised if he made his way here. He likes to know things.
Chambers.
A quick question: wasn't that the dude at the town meeting?
Who? I wasn't there.
No, I was asking Patrick.
No.
No?
His name was Fox.
It's Fox. Or at least
Also, he was an old man.
Yeah, not a young child.
Thias described him as a kid. So that could just be anyone younger than him by at least
so
10
anyone
years.
under the age of like what 40?
Probably he would call anyone a kid who's like 10, 20 years younger than him.
Right. So,
So someone who's like that.
is there anything else we should know?
They might be sending someone here to try and get me. I don't know who.
A quick question.
They probably will. Might even already be here.
Keep that in mind. Hey, question: who was your contact? Could you tell us that so we can get more information?
My contact?
Yeah, about the dude being influenced by non-human forces.
No. Need to protect their identity.
Do you have a way for us to get in contact with
No.
them without us knowing who they are?
That's all I'm giving you.
Well, we appreciate it anyway. Is there anything we can do for you aside from dealing with trying to help reestablish a good connection with Cloud?
My old partner, Catherine, is compromised too. Need to make sure she doesn't get any information out.
Okay. What kind of information should we be looking for?
Same source I told you, I assume.
Knows everything I do.
And would be willing to tell the UEG?
Maybe not the UEG, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Same source, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a way that we could try and figure out? You assume that she's compromised the same way that the director is, right?
Yes.
Is there a way that we could ensure that the people we're talking with is not, or detect if they are?
I mean, if he has those goggles, I'm sure that could detect things.
So if we encounter someone who seems to be controlled by some particular energy, then we can assume that they're under the same influence.
Probably.
What if we encounter these people and they're not being controlled by an energy source?
Then it's hiding.
And what?
Then it's hiding.
Right. Okay.
Okay, so weird question. How do we know you're not being controlled?
Would I be telling you any of this? This would compromise me. This is compromising me.
Admittedly, if they knew we were coming, it would make it a lot harder for us to get done what we wanted to do. But it's a risk we'll have to take.
Is there any way we can like verify the source's credibility without knowing who it is?
If you don't trust it, you don't trust it. I'm not telling you anything.
We could possibly try and find a system that would better detect things like this. Make sure that we're extra certain that it can't be hiding.
Oh, yeah, that's a little beyond my technical capabilities.
Yeah, I think I might know someone though. Anyway, is there anything else we can do for you?
I don't think so.
All right. We appreciate your time and the contact. If we succeed, we'll be back to tell you how it went.
Okay. If you don't come back, I'll assume you died.
Probably a good assumption.
Fair enough. I'm gonna talk to the little girl. What's your name?
Hi, I'm Maya.
Pleasure to meet you, Ma. I'm Al.
That's Abraham.
I can see. What does he look like? Since apparently the white smudge.
That's hard to explain. I made a drawing. I gave it to my friend John. Do you know John?
Yeah.
He should show you the drawing.
Yeah, I know.
She doesn't know that.
So does he like talk to you?
Yeah, he's talking to me right now.
What is he saying?
You need to be careful.
I mean, that was kind of a given, but thanks for the advice.
Of anything particular?
What? I don't know what that word means. You're not good at explaining things. He says synthesis.
Right.
I don't know what that means.
Well, we appreciate the warning, tell Abraham. Thank you.
To synthesize something is to create something out of something else.
Uh-huh.
So you take two things, you mash them together. You can either amalgamate them, which is more like
That's Miles.
Who?
Miles?
I assume one of the other four people here.
Yeah.
Okay. You can either amalgamate
Four?
an object. That's what he said.
Matthias is just kind of standing there in the corner of the room. I've only met two others.
Could be counting Abraham.
Are you counting Abraham?
Anyway,
He's just staring at you now.
I'm gonna take that.
I'm
as
waiting for you to leave.
No.
we should go.
Well, bye, Abraham. Thanks for the advice, and
Bye.
have fun. Never mind.
What's that? You.
Hmm?
The
Yeah?
scientist will be here.
Here?
No, not here. Here.
What?
He's looking for you.
I appreciate it.
Bye. All right, get out.
Yeah, we
That's weird.
head out.
Okay.
You leave. Constance and Catherine. Okay. Okay. So, where are you? Catherine is going to take you to the abandoned cloud facility, which is right next to the mall. Trying her best to not show her face.
Why?
The UEG's hunting her.
Oh, okay. I thought she was trying to hide her face from Constance, and I'm like,
Did Archie give her his suit?
Depends on whether I actually do intend to go to my lab, which I mentioned as a possibility. No.
You did not.
No,
Okay,
Never mind.
just want to clarify. Okay, so gets to the door, and this is the only spot that I think I'd be able to figure out a way to contact Eugene. Can you get the door open?
like,
I can't. I don't have any.
what does the door look like?
It's these two double doors that has the cloud symbol on it. It's all faded.
What are they made of?
What, the door?
Yeah.
It looks metal.
Okay. Okay. I guess I can try.
Are we gonna wrap around and come back to everybody else?
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Depends on the
No,
time.
you can't leave yet.
And there's a decent chance that we're just gonna, when it wraps around, everyone's just gonna meet back up.
Yeah. Constance's gonna roll brawn to try and force these doors open.
Ben Powers? Do you have that move?
8. I do. Yes. Yeah. We're just gonna go. It doesn't take a very long time.
What?
It doesn't take a very long time.
So I'm saying, are you kicking it in?
Headbutt.
I think. Yeah, unless there happens to be a crowbar or a piece of rebar lying around somewhere, then that's probably my best bet.
And the door snaps open.
Great.
And the lights are off inside.
Makes sense. I'm gonna go ahead and scan the area for a 10.
What are your questions?
What is hidden here?
Okay.
And I guess what? Where did they go? What is hidden here, and where did they go?
So you enter. This is a very small facility. It's basically just 3 rooms. It was meant to be like a monitoring station.
Sure.
And you, from the light of the outside, you can somewhat see. And you're looking around. I'm gonna answer the second one first. As you're looking around, you can basically see as if it was a very quick. They tried to get as much equipment as they could before they
Right.
dipped. And just from that, they probably left due to the UEG.
Gotcha.
So you're looking around. The first room is just a quick. Seems like a reception area. You go in, get your information, and then you continue on. Doesn't seem to be anything of value
Gotcha.
here. Next room seems to be like an interrogation room. Sitting on the table, half open, is this small briefcase. Inside, there is an injector and 1 vial. There are slots for 2, and the vial has this orange liquid inside.
Gotcha.
Glowing orange liquid inside.
Why is this here?
You know you have to.
Connor knows what this is.
Why?
I don't even know what it is, but you know you have
Why did they
to.
grab everything but this? Okay.
They didn't grab everything but this.
Okay.
That's what Constance and Connor talk.
Yeah, Constance's gonna.
Like Catherine looks at it and is just,
That doesn't look like heroin.
it's not. That's a prototype truth serum. What the hell is it still doing here?
How big is the briefcase?
It's small.
Okay, yeah, he'll close it, stuff it in his backpack. You never know.
I mean, that's more than one use. So
Great,
Yeah.
I guess.
each of the vials holds, I think, about 3 uses of it. I don't know.
Okay.
And I don't remember what the side effects are because that was 30 years ago.
That's 30. That's 30 years old.
They don't spoil.
Oh,
Does it age like wine?
gets more potent. Ferments.
Fermented truth
shot.
serum.
Let's
That's
throw
the
back some
only
truth serum,
there
guys.
on one side of the table there is handcuffs attached to the table.
That makes sense. Is there a key anywhere nearby for the?
No.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait, I'm having memories.
Yeah.
Jason has been in this room.
Huh.
He knows why there's only one.
Yeah. Okay, so what else are we looking for here? What do you need?
I'm looking for potential maybe communication equipment I could
Right.
use, because if it's only my new stuff that's not working, I might be able to jury-rig the old stuff to contact Eugene.
Yeah, that makes sense. We would need power for that, wouldn't we?
We would, yeah.
Does Constance still have the mirror shards?
Yeah.
Okay, those somehow work as some kind of power supply.
No, he does not. He does not have them.
He does not?
He pointedly gave them to Archibald.
That's
Okay,
right.
Okay.
You did.
Um,
How unfortunate.
Unfortunate, yeah.
Can you
great.
turn the light on? The outdoor light?
So, due to the nature of this building, it obviously probably wouldn't have been zoned as residential. Probably as. Well, I don't know.
I'm pretty sure they had an interior power source. They weren't connected to the city.
Oh, that probably makes things a lot easier then. So, do you know where that would be?
The monitoring stations changed.
Is there like a basement?
I think so.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
you continue on. You go through the last door. This just has a bunch of filing cabinets. Half of them are empty. The other half have been opened, but nothing was taken out.
Right. Is there any kind of door or hatch in the floor?
With your previous skin in the area, I will now answer what is hidden here. As you push around some of the papers that have just piled on the floor, there's this hatch on the floor, and you see you do like rip it up, and there's a ladder, and down you can see down. There's a flickering light.
Constance has a mag light.
He does.
He comes prepared. Yeah. He'll pull out his flashlight and ka-ching. Is there anything down there directly at the bottom of the ladder?
No.
No shadow monsters?
No.
Okay, great. We're gonna climb down the ladder.
You continue down, and this is where they kept their equipment. Most of it is gone. At least as much as they could, but there is a massive generator that they could not have taken with them.
That makes sense.
Um,
Is there like a? I imagine there's like a main control switch.
yeah. And the whole station turns on. That's good.
Power.
I don't see any communications equipment, but that doesn't mean it's not here.
Yeah.
It is 30 years old.
True.
She's going to try and look around, but
Yeah, I'll roll again here.
what'd you get?
5.
I won't let you. This won't get you to succeed, but because she's looking around as well, I'll basically just give you a +1. I know that's still a 6, but
No, I'll just spend 2 tokens to make it a 7.
You can spend 1 token and make it a 7. Because she gave you +1.
I'm basically giving you a +1 because she's helping.
All right.
You can spend 2 tokens and make
That
it
changes
8.
nothing. So, okay.
Yeah, we'll just go again. What is hidden here?
You're looking around and pushing over some of the equipment, and you find an old what's it called? An old Morse code machine.
What is that?
That's Morse code.
What's that?
It's a way to send secret messages. I might be able to.
Do you know how to use it?
I know. She hooks it up to the generator, and it kind of works. I might be able to send a message to Eugene. Which is good. And he knows.
Can I read a stressful situation here while she's doing that?
And she's going to be fiddling with it, trying to figure out certain things.
Okay. 3.
3. Okay. You
I
misread
misread
the
the
situation.
Oh. Here's what I'll tell you that I would have looked for had I succeeded.
Yeah, I think that helps. I think once from now on, whenever you roll read stressful situation, tell me what you would have asked for,
Yeah.
and then I'll say how you misread
I
that.
would have asked what dangers haven't been noticed, and probably what the best way to protect the victims is.
Okay.
Victims obviously being Catherine.
Now, if you had succeeded, there would have been a different answer here. But based on that rule, there doesn't. Based on how old this facility is, there probably isn't anything you wouldn't have noticed.
Love it.
She's sitting there fiddling with it, and she starts sending this basic message. And you hear a sound from upstairs. It sounds like a thud.
Like how loud is the
Not a loud one. It's not like something fell over.
Okay.
More like someone walked in.
Okay. Somebody walked in with a thud.
Yes.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I mean, if it was Grayson, he would make a thud.
However, we all know.
Patrick hates us and everything we stand for, so it's not.
No.
Are there places to hide down here?
Yeah, you could hide
Yeah.
behind some of the equipment.
Constance is just kind of
She just leaves the equipment plugged in and does her best to
7.
hide behind.
7.
And now, she turns off the power,
Okay.
so now everything's dark.
Right.
The light is still flickering, but still.
Yeah. 7 on hide from view. So obviously I draw attention to myself. I don't know exactly what that looks like, but the attention just can't be on Catherine.
Okay. Okay. So whatever this person that walked in, the sounds got to the ladder. And they're coming down. It's dark, lights flickering. Catherine's hidden. And you see as Nolan Hayes walks in. The only other person that could make a loud thud due to different reasons. He was looking around. You were hiding behind. You're hiding behind, in between the generator and some of the other equipment, and she's hiding on the other side of the room. How would you like to draw attention to yourself?
Attack from ambush.
No, that's not how this works.
It's a great way to draw attention to yourself.
And you see as Nolan's looking around. Roll discern intentions.
11.
Okay. You can tell he doesn't know anyone's here. Based on this, all he knows is the power came on.
Yeah, and then went off. So how does Constance draw attention to himself?
What, you want to back off again?
No.
No, that's what Catherine did.
That would be a lot of attention.
That would not be a little. That would be a hi.
Hey buddy, cha-chunk.
And then he'd go chunk with your skull.
Yeah, that'd be pretty bad. Okay. I think it's actually just something as simple as his backpack brushing up against the wall.
And just a loud.
Like just a loud, yeah, like an audible shuffle.
Nolan slowly walks over in your direction.
He doesn't wear a helmet, does he?
Not at this point. Moment.
And it's dark down here, yeah?
Yeah. Or the light's flickering a
Right.
little bit, but you notice as he's walking your direction, Catherine is sneaking around him. Out.
Out? Okay.
Best she can.
He's gonna wait until the last second.
Okay.
The last possible second that he can.
So he's like right there.
Yeah.
He's about to see you.
Yeah. I'm gonna try something that I don't know if it exists as another move in a playbook. I just want to try and flash him with my flashlight.
I don't think that's a move in another playbook.
What do you mean by?
He's trying to just basically
Disorient him.
blind
Even just
him
for a few
briefly.
seconds.
Okay. It's not a take up arms roll because he was not going to fight back because he didn't know you were here. So I'm just gonna let that happen.
Okay. Yeah.
So, and it's a maglite.
Yeah.
So it's bright.
It'd be a bright guy.
So, just fuck.
Can I now attack from ambush?
Now you can attack from ambush. Yes.
Great. That is a 13.
Okay.
Okay. So, first of all, yeah, add an extra effect. I'm going to go ahead and give myself. No. Do I want? Okay. I think I'm going to put him where I want him, which is further into the room, away from the ladder, leaving my escape more open.
Okay.
However, let's go ahead and see. Oh.
What?
Oh, on a 10 plus, you add an extra effect, and it is unaware of you. So I discombobulate him, and then just...
Yeah.
Okay, alright, hold on.
Here's the thing. He doesn't know it's a flashlight.
That's true. He just got flashbanged. The bang just kind of was just followed a second behind the flash. Hold on. Okay, so that's attack from ambush, but now I actually need to look at take up arms. So if I'm attacking from ambush, do I also have to roll take up arms? Are they like if I want to
No.
do okay? So the brawn roll effectively applies for both.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and do one extra harm.
Okay.
Now I'm going to use precise strike. So, which is 10, which allows me to do an additional
So
2 harm.
I'm still going to say he's not aware of where you are. He's just aware you're there.
Great. Okay. Yeah. So with precise strike, I get an extra 2 harm in there. Plus 1 from take up arms. At 3 plus. I need to actually look at my equipment here. Then. Actually don't think I'm going to punch him. I think I'm just going to whack him over the head with the maglite itself because I think that also makes sense.
Flash.
Yeah. So that's just going to be a solid 4 harm.
Okay.
But then we also have smash when I roll a 12 plus on take up arms.
No,
You-
I won't let him. You take his head off.
I know. Does he have a weapon this time?
Yes.
He loses it. He loses the weapon, whatever it is.
He's now naked.
It appeared to be some sort of baton.
I don't like that. Okay, well anyway, That's 4 harm to him.
So you
And he doesn't know where I
smash
am,
him over
and
the
he's
head.
disarmed. Just
Okay,
I think
it's 4+. Yes. Once they've reached 5, then they're unstable. Well, we haven't really had much combat.
yeah.
Okay, so you do that and book it.
Can I? So obviously he doesn't, because of attack from ambush, he doesn't know where I am. Can I use that opportunity to grab the baton?
Sure.
Great. So I'm gonna grab the baton and just we're running.
Okay. You and Catherine.
I'm gonna close the latch on him too.
Okay. You both run out of there.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're gone. We're gone.
And we're going to shift over to John and Archibald. Where are you going?
Well, to my lab.
Oh,
My assumption is that, well, Nolan's occupied because he would not miss a town meeting, not with what's going on recently, unless something important came up. So, he's likely to be distracted, and he's probably the only person who would be problematic for me in this area, in this regard. And, well, it'd be useful to grab some things from my lab. So yeah, I'm heading there. My lab being the Ecolife one, the former Ecolife building, not
yeah.
my home lab. Yes,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
is my lab.
Okay.
For most
so you
intents
go
and
there.
purposes.
With John.
Yep. Is there any sort of surveillance?
Not that you can see.
All right. Surface level scanning with my molecular visor.
He wanted me sleep.
This is
Oh god, what the hell?
I told you.
That's funny. Caterpillar.
So
So
Yeah.
even with my visor, there's nothing. Okay. Well, I guess it's worth. Well, doesn't seem like they've set up any extra surveillance here yet. It might be that that Calvin was the only one who knew, and she's giving him time to. All right. Well, let's go in.
It's good for us.
Mm-hmm.
No one to deal with.
Yeah, he's just gonna go on in.
Okay.
And yeah.
And you head into the lab, which is a decently sized one.
So first thing I'm gonna do is there video surveillance inside the lab?
Yes.
I'm gonna put that on a loop.
Smart. Do you
I'm
want
gonna have that put on a loop
Okay.
and get to work.
What are you doing? What are you working on?
Well, specifically two things. Finishing the first device I had mentioned. I had there was a second after I made the lightning rod. There was another device I had mentioned. I had sent a little information on that I'm going to be working on, and the second thing I would be working on is effectively. Actually, no, I honestly don't want to do that yet. So we're gonna go with a device that replicates infinite supply. basically converts energy into matter.
Okay.
Into it's how it works pretty much.
So while you're doing that, what are you doing, John?
I'm going to ask both him and you. Because him as a character, you as the narrator, because you could just say things. Is there a computer or any form of access in this room that has Kane Lab files? Or the building in general?
Would I have gotten access to
You
lab files?
wouldn't know that.
All right. Oh. Okay, so not in anything I've been working in.
No.
All right.
There is a possibility of that. Yeah. As Ecolife originally basically replaced Kane Labs, there's a decent chance it took some.
I'm gonna find a computer and start checking.
You access one of the computers, and what do you
Do you feel better?
what do you look for specifically?
Any reference of a... I'm looking for three things.
Mhm.
References to an offspring of Malcolm Kane,
Mhm.
a child of Malcolm Kane's, a child of Abigail Downs, or a Kane Labs experiment taking place during the fracturing event, be it successful or deemed a failure.
There's no records of any of that.
Damn.
It's specifically when you look for anything like, the only thing that shows up is the news report of Malcolm Kane's death in 1987.
I'll read the news report.
It says that basically a tragic event occurred in which Kane Labs collapsed with its creator inside. His body was never recovered. Or in fact, actually, no, it was. And it was buried.
Where was it buried?
In the town cemetery.
All right. I'm just gonna continue looking for anything in the Kane Labs files that like refers to just in general experiments taking place in 1990, successes or failures, but paying
There's
attention to failures.
An odd gap. It just kind of cuts off at 1987.
It's actually really funny. I got 11s on both devices.
Huh?
What about the earliest EcoLife files?
Earliest UI files were in late 1987 is when it was officially started creation.
Okay, I'm gonna start looking for the same thing in EcoLife files, early EcoLife files.
Anything about like Malcolm Kane?
Malcolm Kane, Abigail Downs, or experiments during the fracturing event.
It basically like kept tabs on old Ecolife. Kane Labs employees said Abigail moved out of Entity Point soon after 1987. But again, from Malcolm Kane, it says he died in 1987.
Anything on experiments?
You're out of game. You're in the wrong location for that.
I would assume.
This is Ecolife, so it wouldn't really have much.
I'm assuming I'd have to go down into Kane Labs, which is where bad things are.
Even though they destroyed the only computer.
Since I used to be a spy, would I know how to recover files from a destroyed computer?
Yes.
I'm assuming John would rationalize that they're likely not here and likely down at the old labs.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to do what I want to do or not.
What do you want to do?
Because I want an answer. Not John, I want an answer. I am wanting to loudly announce I'm going for a walk and then going to Kane Labs.
Okay. Is that what you're doing? You want to make a personal roll?
What should evens be?
Yes.
Evens are yes I go, odds are
No, evens are no,
He
you
already-
stay. Okay,
evens
never
are I
mind.
stay, odds are I go.
Because even is
Okay.
a rational decision. Odd if
Okay.
not.
Yeah, that's
Evens
a
I
fair
stay,
assessment,
odd I go.
honestly.
It's two I stay.
How unfortunate.
I'm not going yet.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
So you're staying.
I'm
There
still
would
gonna
be
look through.
some files mentioning a man by the name of Mikhail Sherikov, who was an old Kane Labs scientist, who soon after Ecolife opened was hired as their head scientist.
I guess because
What?
I'm going to look through all files pertaining to this man and his appearance.
Sherikov?
Mhm.
Okay. Okay. So, Mikhail Sherikov basically has a lot of information on him. Moved to Entity Point. His family moved out of Russia during the Cold War. But moved to Entity Point for the Kane Labs job. He was hired directly. It does mention soon in 1987. It pointed out that he gained the ability of telepathy. But after the fracturing, he lost it.
Okay.
And there's a little note. It says, due to the catalyst's death.
I'm gonna look into the catalyst death.
The catalyst was the very first force ever encountered by Malcolm Kane. The only known force. The notes on what exactly it is vary. Some of the notes say that's only a ball of living energy, or was. Some of the notes say it was the entity of perception. There's no notes on what exactly that means.
Are there any notes on to what happened to it and how it died?
It says, last known location was with James Francisco before his disappearance.
You're throwing so many names at me, man.
I'm giving you background. Mayor Myers mentioned that name of James.
I don't know where that's good.
And Archie seemed to know him.
I'm gonna yet again look into the next new person I found out.
Okay.
Looking into all the
James
files on
Francisco was directly involved with Kane Lab's destruction. Unclear how, but he was. It does say that Alan Boyle had constant communication with James before his ascension. And there is a note that he said goodbye before he disappeared. And you would remember that Mayor Myers mentioned the radio that he had was James. Was James' radio.
I'm going to cease looking because I feel like I'm getting like a lot of information.
It's not the stuff you're looking for.
Not what I'm looking for. So I guess I'll just, for the remainder of the time we're here, John's just going to aimlessly scroll through Kane Lab files or Eco Life files. Doom scrolling. I'm doom scrolling.
That is accurately what you were doing, yeah.
There are some files that you would note is there was a decent amount of experimentation on cloning.
What an odd thing for you to bring up.
I feel like John, based on what he's trying to find, would take note of Kane Labs doing cloning experiments.
John looks into the files on cloning.
There are a lot of files on like just animal testings, but
Any
there are
human
some
tests?
distinctly of cloning test 1 Weston, and it shows a picture of older man, and it says failed. There's about 2 others that say Weston failed. Last one says success, and a picture of a young boy.
What name has it got?
The one that says success?
Yeah.
Weston Newdale.
Neston Wooding.
And on top of that, there is a picture of the same young boy, but it says shadow test. Success. But the name is crossed out in the document and it is replaced with Revan.
I remember they encountered that name. Pretty sure. Would John know that they encountered that name? Did you guys mention it?
I don't believe so.
Yeah, I think we did mention the weird shadow thing.
Not West, not Revan. But there is, if you look into it anymore, there's nothing else on
Cloning.
Revan or cloning.
I think, brain, brother, older name, yours. Joseph. Joseph and I were talking about him out of character.
Okay.
No, mine is.
No.
It's with this that John begins to aimlessly scroll.
Okay.
After he learned everything he felt he could about cloning and all the other information.
After a while, your machines have been created.
All right. Okay, wonderful. Well, there's one other thing I'd like to do while I'm here, while I have this technology, because I don't know when I'll be able to be here next. Hey, John.
Yeah.
Any way I could get a blood sample?
Why?
A sample of abilitine would be very handy to have, and you have a lot of it.
What are you going to do with the blood? Besides a sample? Or do
Well,
scientists like tests?
It could help. It would help me if I were to make the aforementioned temporary ability device. Likely, it would be in the form of a pill or something. But
Do you
having a
honestly
sample,
think anyone should be able to do this?
no. However, given what we're up against, I'm willing to entertain the idea. Plus, it could give me an idea on whether or not it would be possible for you to, if you wanted, remove your ability. Of course, I'm not entirely certain I could, given the magnitude of your power. But that's an option that I'm putting out there for you, should you choose to accept it. Or entertain it, rather.
One test. I will give you one test.
Do you mean one sample, or...
Whatever you need, you only get one.
Alright.
I've been around enough UEG scientists to know that tests are non-stop. So I submit to one blood sample.
Wonderful. I appreciate it. So yeah, he would take a blood sample, bandage you up. And would he have a way to remove the ability from the blood, or...
Maybe. Not in this. Maybe.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
He
You dropped your dice.
was, after the UAG was created,
I'm smart.
continued to work for them up until around 2000.
Okay.
So most of his research is built off of Sherlock's. Just one of them.
Gotcha.
There are probably some equipment.
Alright. Do I need to roll, or...
Yeah, sure.
Before I do that, I'm actually going to go ahead and make use of my recently made replicator. And go ahead and make another... and replicate the sample of his blood. Since I only get one.
You only got one. Everybody gets one.
Yeah.
Obscure family guy.
Using my infinite supply device, which I'm calling the replicator,
Okay.
to make another sample of blood.
No, you can.
Can you replicate the replicator?
He's trying to replicate the blood.
Yeah.
You're replicated.
Shucks.
One of a kind.
What if John
Blood.
rewrote it so that his blood was replicated? What if?
Darn. Well, that's
Holes
unfortunate.
within loopholes.
Okay, well, I guess I'm just gonna
I'm not wasting
do
it.
this. Just gonna take the...
Or 3 tokens.
I'm gonna try to extract the ability from the blood.
What?
Over there. Right. Did you say I need to roll
Actually,
for that?
wait.
Okay. Well, would an 8 work? Alright, spending 2 tokens. Alright, so
Would a 10 work?
He just made it.
I know. It's fine. It'll turn.
it'll be fine if it's not charging. I'll live. Here, hand it over here. I have a portable charger right. Actually,
Oh my god.
Here you go.
Feel free to ask him about anything.
What's USB-C?
Yeah, I need USB-C.
Well, you have
Oh,
one right
it's
there.
turning back on. What?
Interesting.
It should work.
The switch charger should work. That's the confusing part.
I don't think that cord works.
No, switch charger works.
Alright, so now I have blood and the ability.
Yes.
Alright. Can I replicate the ability?
Patrick, why are you doing this to me, man? Why are you doing this?
Oh,
do you mean?
I understand
Why- why-
quite well.
So you said feel free for me to ask questions.
Yep. He might not know the answers, but he will know. He might know something.
What do you know? You know, an eye for an eye, as they say. What do you know about Kane Labs cloning experiments?
No. Yeah, that was before my time, and outside of my specific.
So
Alright,
nothing-
well, that's unfortunate.
He knew nothing.
Nothing about cloning. Crap. Anything about experiments during the fracturing?
No, that was right before. That was well,
Kane was dead around that time.
no. Yeah, Kane was alleged. He, as far as I knew, he was dead at that point. Now I know that he wasn't, but yeah, I
You can verify that he wasn't dead due to the fact that they saw a video of him alive during that time, but there's no files on that.
Time travel. Ooh. I can't think of any other questions John would have.
Okay.
That's all he's got on his mind right now.
Is there anything else you would like to do?
well.
Level of stress from each of these adventures: mid, high, low.
Yeah. Well, honestly, I'm gonna go ahead and collect up my vials from this area too.
Okay.
Don't really want to leave them to the UEG. Let me check what colors I have here.
What vials do you grab?
All right. So let me take.
This is just so that everyone knows what vials you have.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's load up my.
He's
All right.
talking to those two.
So 2 gray vials, 2 purple vials, 2 green vials, 4 pink vials, 4 teal vials,
He is grabbing vials of energy.
4 gold vials, and that's it.
Just a bunch of colored vials.
Yep.
Of vials of energy. Yes.
Oh, great. Wonderful.
No, they're not. Not on that.
Yeah. Would you have like a secure method of carrying them, like a briefcase or something?
Yeah, he would
Yeah.
have
Okay. Great.
a way to carry them without
All right.
damaging
Very locked.
them. Yes. You head back? Or are you going for a walk?
I'll go for a brief walk.
I will come with you.
John is doing nothing to stop you from following him on his walk. He is
Wonderful.
fully
Do you
determined.
go to the K Labs?
He is going to steal a computer. Yes, he is.
Okay. You follow him to the mall,
I'm here.
where he goes into the underground labs. The old Kane Labs. You head down. So you go in, door on the right, door on the left, far left, and door at the end.
Never mind.
One on the right is seemingly an interrogation room. Nothing but a table and 2 chairs. One on the left, I don't remember. Was a lab. With just old equipment. And the one end had this weird egg-shaped glass container attached to the ceiling, and you see a broken computer that seems to have been punched.
All right. What's the substance of the
Content.
thing? The sphere, the
Egg
egg.
shape?
Yeah.
It seems to just be glass.
To the scanner.
I'm gonna
Tear out its hard drive.
pretty much.
I need you. if you would like to not damage it,
Um,
please roll cognition.
One moment.
Or would you like the scientist to do it for you?
One moment.
Did you get the hard drive for me? I don't trust myself to break it. I figured Kane lab files would be useful.
I can agree with you on that. So he's gonna pull out the battery device that he has that can also interface with technology,
Mm-hmm.
and he's going. Actually, he doesn't really have anything to store it on. So he's basically gonna try to find out where the hard drive is by.
It's
Yeah.
very easy to find out.
All right, great. He's just gonna disconnect it.
Hard drive is in the computer. You're still gonna have to roll for that.
All right, cool.
But roll cognition.
That's fine. That is an 11.
He takes the hard drive out.
Cool.
All right. Well, anything else here? Never mind. I'm gonna look around.
You just looking around?
Yeah, I'm
Big pile
gonna.
of money in the corner.
Is there a...
No.
While he's looking... I guess while he's looking around, since as I am a vigilante, I have a laptop. Because I forgot about that until just now. I'm gonna hook the hard drive up to my laptop and try and read it.
Okay, as you're doing that, you get a text on your phone. It simply says, "Hello, John."
In quotations?
Yes.
Yes.
Do you want me to read out my responses?
This was already pre-planned.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Meta.
You can't change
Peter.
like. Oh, no.
Come on, what happened to all the fun, Patrick? Can't you just have him make it up on the spot?
Oh no, this won't work.
John responds. Do you want me to just read out the whole conversation?
it will basically, I'll read one
Okay.
half, read what John says.
John responds, "Who is this?" In quotations.
Someone who's also searching for the truth.
How'd you get this number?
I have ways of getting the information I want.
Why'd you get this number?
You also know this town isn't what it seems, and that the UEG can't be trusted.
Of course, the UEG can't be trusted. Everyone knows that.
You'd be surprised.
Of course. People are ignorant, but who can honestly say they fully trust any governmental body? What do you know?
I know this town is hiding secrets deep within its records, and the UEG is hiding some of those secrets, and that you are also looking for these secrets.
Who even are you? Why do you care?
I trust you've been getting my messages, haven't you?
That's been your doing?
It has. I've been watching you for a while, John.
You know, that's called stalking, and it's illegal.
You know a lot about illegal activities, John.
What do you know?
I like that one.
Watch this. And he sends a video.
Gotcha.
Hello? There has to be something. Anything.
Impossible.
That's what I thought too. This is proof that things are not what they seem in this town.
I could give you plenty of proof for that.
I'm looking for enough proof to bring the truth to the public, and show that the UEG are keeping things from everyone, but I can't do that alone.
No one can.
I know we can work together. I hope you've been finding my information useful.
It's honestly more annoying receiving mysterious letters.
I must keep up secrecy for both our sake.
Fair enough.
Do you know Catherine?
For a while now, yes.
I was helping her with this, but I lost contact with her recently. If you find her, let her know to message me at the earliest she is able.
Can do.
You'll be receiving more information from me soon. Be prepared.
My
Archibald,
mysterious letter
You would
giver.
notice that he keeps responding to someone on his phone while he is trying to get the information up on his laptop.
What's going on?
Apparently, the mysterious person who has been leaving notes for me all across town found my phone number. I don't
And?
know. I'm going to show him the video.
Okay. So basically, Aaron's gonna cut this part out, add the video in, and then
Wonderful.
now we're back.
I was present for the creation
Hello.
of the video. I know everything.
Welcome back.
Let
We'll
me-
show.
Welcome back.
Well,
Future.
actually,
To
before
Enemy
we
Point, Next
get back,
Generations.
we'll show the video to the other people who haven't seen it yet after the stream.
Okay.
And now we're back.
Whoa.
So good at finding places for me to cut.
It's why I know. So
Interesting.
That's what I thought too.
Honestly concerned. His power seems to not be one power. From what he implied at the meeting, well, first off, he claims to be over 6,000 years old. He's extensively knowledgeable on specials, which does line up with that claim. He lied about not having any particular expertise in forensics of some form. He can prevent the UEG from mind wiping him. He claims to have killed a Hydra.
You did.
And now he's opened a purple portal outside of town. This doesn't make sense with
Oh.
what we know about specials. They have one power, with an exception being Miles, who his power is effectively he can copy powers to a limited extent.
Add another one to your list. He somehow knew I used my power.
Yes. Oh, and he also did have that little silent conversation with you.
Curious.
So you connect the hard drive
Yes.
to your laptop. At first, the only things you see are two separate videos, sets of videos. One from Malcolm Caine, and one from 1990, and one from 2020. 2019, the last day of 2019.
I've heard of that video.
Do you remember the videos I described?
I believe it's the shadow thing.
And then the one of Malcolm mentions the Catalyst,
Catalyst.
and the Reaper.
Yeah.
Which is the shadow thing. Okay. Those are what you see initially. But you have experience hacking into these sort of things. So you dive a little deeper. See more files. One specifically labeled Test 1 dash M Kane.
I am going to view the file.
Inside, you see a couple documents and a video. Both documents detail the DNA of Malcolm Caine and Abigail Downs. And then a video. You see is a video of a very old Malcolm Caine sitting in the laboratory. The test went quite poorly. The child did not survive this time. Let's try again. Though it appeared it drained some of my energy. I'll have to fix that for the next one. And that's the whole video.
Is there anything in this file that denotes it as a failure?
Yes.
I'm going to go to the very first file that denotes it as a success.
Which is the last file.
I'm going to view the last file.
The second to last.
You own it. It has one document
Mhm.
and a video. The document seems to be a falsified brain birth certificate.
Okay.
Mason Kane, 1988. In not in Entity Point. In Monarch, Colorado. You see a video. This is of Malcolm Kane in this facility. He looks significantly older than the last video, even though the last one was only maybe a month beforehand. It worked this time. I knew I couldn't do a direct clone of myself. That wouldn't work. My DNA doesn't quite work properly. So I needed someone else's. Abigail Downs was a good candidate. And it was quite easy getting strands of her hair from her desk. But it worked. My legacy can live on.
Yeah.
I found a way to copy my mind into the child's, but lock it away. Only I will be able to unlock it. If I cannot survive, if I do not survive, then I will have no choice. I'll have to send it off. I can't take care of a child, nor do I want to. I'm sure there's an orphanage nearby that will take it. If you happen to be seeing this, it looks directly into the camera. Welcome home, son.
Damn.
We'll be meeting each other soon. And one last thing. Before I forget. I don't know why, but I was told to tell you this. The second one is Jupiter. And the video ends.
I am going to...
You heard that, all of that too.
Wonderful.
Damn.
That was all out loud.
You ain't so lucky, boy.
Shit.
Could rewrite it.
There's no point. There's no point in rewriting it. John has lived a life full of lies already.
Are you sure you want me to continue calling you John?
Damn.
Who are you? Who are you?
Damn.
Named a question mark.
John quotations question mark.
I'll just do a question. I'm
Let's
just gonna...
combine John and Mason.
Jason.
No!
Ah!
Would you prefer Mon?
Honestly, yes. Over Jason, yes.
Jason Mon.
Trust me. You don't
We'll
want
discuss that.
Jason Kith?
Try Voorhees.
No.
Jathan.
So,
Jathan.
what would you two like to do? Specifically, John.
I am going to.
I'm going to say basically you downloaded all the files from the hard drive that you could.
After like a solid
onto your
5 minutes of
laptop.
awkward silence, anyway.
all of
Yeah.
the files I could download
Yeah.
Yep. I'm gonna.
There is a few minutes of awkward silence.
of me just downloading files.
Is there anything else in the lab that Archie would find?
No.
Or the other.
Everything of worth doesn't work anymore.
Figured.
I'm going to unplug the hard drive, walk out, and as I pass Archie, I'm just gonna hand him the hard drive in silence and just leave the facility.
I'm gonna follow him.
And do you head back to the bunker?
Yep.
And we're going to shift back where everyone meets up back at the bunker. That was really close for us. Nolan was there.
Oh.
I don't think he knew we were there though, or at least knew it was us.
I hit him really hard over the head.
He needs to start wearing his
I
helmet.
also got this from it.
Actually,
You would see that is it's effectively a very high-tech stun baton. What? No. Okay.
I want to be heard,
Thank you.
Patrick.
no.
Out of curiosity, on the way back from the thing, could I have stopped by wherever the mayor was going to leave me my rifle and knife?
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes, I have in fact left.
All right.
I already have
gun.
Sorry, the stun baton is what you said it was.
It was basically a very high-tech version of it. It can do more than just stun. But
Can you set
Is
it
the cat
to
still here?
kill?
no.
Thank goodness. Wait a minute.
There is no.
The cat was always here.
yeah,
Alright.
so
You wouldn't see it anyway.
When it's not here.
So we went and talked to what's his name, Murdoch,
Matthias.
Matthias.
Murder.
My brain,
Matt
yeah,
Murdoch.
for an error code on that one. And he was talking about he has a reliable source. Refused to elaborate on that, but said it told him that the director of Cloud was being manipulated by a non-human entity. I'm not using entity in any extravagant way, it's just generic word for other thing. He also detailed a couple of specials that worked for Cloud, including a special who generated illusions that were real.
Concrete?
Yeah, like that cat that didn't exist.
Concrete.
He also said that if we were able to get into contact with the director and ensure that there was nothing controlling him, then he would be willing to reestablish connection with the facility as a whole.
Okay.
He also said
That's
you were being controlled by the
What?
same thing. Yeah,
Well, that's because he thinks I'm not Catherine.
yeah, that's what
I think it's
assumed.
likely that he believes you are Catherine, but you're being controlled by someone else, and therefore aren't yourself.
Well, I'm not.
You're not.
Archibald, is there any way
Being
that we
controlled.
could be certain that there's not someone controlling or influencing our actions?
I mean, I could work on a device, a more specialized version of the goggles he has.
If you could, that would be ideal. We need to verify that what he said isn't true.
Also, he said there was a dude who could talk to technology running around somewhere in Colorado.
Interesting.
He also, well, he said the dude said he could talk to technology.
Yeah, that's
He also
I know who
said
that
he
is.
Did he give
didn't
him
believe.
name?
His name's Chip Chambers.
If we needed
Right, he
to
did say
infiltrate
Chambers,
Cloud, then they would be useful in doing so. Though with our connection to you, maybe it would be less necessary to do that.
We were able to get in contact with you. I don't know. I hope he got it. We had to use like a Morse code machine to do so, but I think he got it.
What did you tell him?
I told him that this is Catherine. Matthias betrayed me. Send help.
Okay.
That's all I was able to get before no one got here.
Yeah, so
Got that.
there's a good chance that aforementioned concrete guy is already here.
What?
Remember,
They
he
wouldn't
sh-
send. They wouldn't send concrete. They would send someone else.
yeah,
More
but
likely an assassin than a whole task force.
well, I mean, yeah, but
If anyone,
remember,
they'd send
remember the power that was described.
Crow,
in-
Hellhound, maybe.
Remember the power that was described, and the cat that didn't exist when observed through any method other than a human looking.
It would have shown as a
I'm
as a
sorry, could
energy
you
source,
explain these, their powers and And specifics.
We didn't really get specifics. This dude creates illusions that appear and function as real objects to person who has the illusion who is getting affected by the aforementioned
There's
illusion.
one specific weakness that we've learned. Knowing it's an illusion does nothing, but seeing through it means it does not function as an illusion to you. It basically, with your goggles and his, as long as you cannot see the illusion, it is not there for you.
Well, that's useful information.
I really should have tried to pet the cat while wearing the goggles and see what happens. Really should have thought of that.
Would an illusion be able to report information back to him?
I don't know.
Hmm.
I don't think he's ever used it like that.
Well, again, seems kind of unlikely that the cat would be that, though at least now there's a precedent for it not having shown up in your goggles. As far as the baton you got, it probably can do more. I assume you know it's a stun baton.
I'm gonna walk over to John and be like, "Also, I gotta see Abraham."
Yeah.
It has more functions than just stunning. However, no, I recommend not.
John is kind of.
He's
But
out
it
of
can
it.
probably do more
you
than
good,
just stun. It's
bud?
very.
I think I've got.
It's not a standard issue model.
Can I roll discern intentions on him?
Sure.
So the fact he just told me he has a cold. He thinks he has a cold.
You
You
wholeheartedly
need to stop
believe I have a
rolling
cold.
discern intent.
I want to know what people.
Or keep doing it. It gets you XP.
You know what,
Yeah.
honestly, like,
I'm never.
no,
gonna
but the
level
funny
up.
thing is like, I know other players that would be keep rolling that to get XP. You're rolling it genuinely and just keep getting XP.
You know what's the downside?
What?
All of the ones that I have that I could continuously roll to get XP all take place in combat.
That's rough, buddy.
All of the things that I
So
could
get
roll
in
and
a life or death
actually
situation.
succeed at.
What?
Just getting a life or death situation.
My
Just
discern
start
intent is
brawling with
-1.
people.
All of the stuff where I could actually succeed at mandates combat. I have not been in combat since we started this.
We didn't learn.
We found an alleged truth serum.
Yeah, prototype truth serum from initial cloud days about 30 years ago.
But that's
Interesting.
good to know. Do you know how it works?
Can I,
You just inject
Dude,
it. It
pull out the
lasts
vial.
about 10 minutes. There's 3 shots of it. Please do not give that to Archibald.
he already picked it up, and he pulled out like a almost like a chunky square like thing, and he just sticks the vial in and presses the button.
Does it do?
It's the replicator,
Oh, that's right.
and he just
Accelerator.
pulls out a complete replica on the other side. On the other side.
What was that?
There you go. Something I rigged up.
What does
back
it do?
in my lab. I can. So what it technically does is it solidifies energy into matter. It's a replicator.
It's not very good
So
at it.
you know that. So you just made more truth serum.
Yes.
Also, there might be side effects I don't know about. It was 30 years ago,
Good
and
to know.
we have a very different version now. It wasn't. It wasn't. Did you just inject it into him? Okay, thank goodness. Though I will say, he would probably be the best person to put it.
That would have been
I don't agree with
For
that.
mechanics
I don't
purposes,
agree with
if you have truth serum, you have to roll grit, or not, or you
Or
tell
die.
the truth.
If you fail, you die.
So what'd you find out? Anything new? He do anything sketchy at the
Yeah,
lab?
Mason, what did you find out?
You didn't know that.
He made some tech. That's about it. Nothing really happened in town.
Aside from the
Nothing
replica.
like suspicious.
You two, please roll discern intention.
Do I get a roll the certain?
You already rolled and
Eight.
failed.
6.
What does he discern in his 7 and 9? He doesn't fully know, but you tell him. Say what he figures out.
John isn't entirely lying, at least not in his mind. Nothing happened. Something happened, but nothing happened in town.
He seems a bit shaken.
He does seem a bit shaken.
Shooketh.
Shooketh.
So what else do you make?
Well,
No.
Do it.
Well, something I'm going to be working on right now. Well, I'm going to start
I'm
working
awfully
on
grit.
second version of my advisor, specifically for the adding in the energy detection analysis, and also see if I can work out a dimensional analysis feature.
A what?
Because dimensional analysis. My theory on these shards, from what I understand, of the mirror, the glass shards,
Magic
they seem to
mirror.
have some sort of dimensional energy, and I don't know. From what Myers said, it might. It's possible that it transported Calvin somewhere instead. Maybe. He's in denial.
Yeah.
He
And I rolled this certain intention. We'll see
powers
how
work
close
in
I can
weird
get
ways.
to the next
Sometimes,
level.
they don't-
even if
Sometimes
he-
appearances aren't exactly what they seem.
But
to
even
be.
if he transported, he just would have shown up as a pile of
No.
sludge.
Maybe.
I also rolled
We
second.
don't
know
know
these
how
bones were
this
broken.
mirror
You
works.
can roll. Anyone who would like can roll discern intentions. I will tell them the answer.
Alright.
Oh my god.
8.
I get experience for the first time.
Really?
I rolled a 3 and I've got a +3. That's a
I rolled
6.
a certain intention?
No.
Aw.
I didn't even bother. I'm just gonna assume I failed.
8.
He's lying to himself.
Actually, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna.
He's
roll.
basically in denial.
What did I learn?
I
Call me
still
Moses. Call me Baby Moses, because I'm in denial.
Calvin's still alive to me.
No.
I don't know. No body, no crime.
Well, there is most certainly nobody.
He didn't hear no bell.
Hey, quick,
John, I have a question.
Yes.
Back at the town meeting, what happened that you undid?
It's a good question.
So, it wasn't. Why did you just aggressively sniff that pencil?
because I had it in my hand.
My grandpa checking if his cigarette's good or not. uh, so technically speaking, it wasn't me that undid it.
What?
Y'all remember
Ooh,
that?
yay, possession! Woohoo!
Yeah, actually.
Well, now that just gave Matthias credibility. Thanks. For
Y'all
that.
remember the shadow thing that attaches to your back?
Oh yeah, the thing
The Reaper.
The thing I was trying to have a conversation with, and he made it mad by punching
Oh,
the monitor
okay,
through
so-
which we were having a conversation.
Do you know Kane Labs?
Yeah.
No.
So there's
yeah.
this
I
old
punched a monitor there.
there's this
Remember
old
the very
man.
last conversation?
There was this old man, Malcolm Kane, who ran a laboratory, a company called Kane Labs, where they did very unethical experiments. And one of them
Maybe he's related to Archie.
either created or
He was an inspiration to me at one point.
I will point out specifically for Constance and Alfonso, the video of that Malcolm Kane mentions the Reaper says he imprisoned.
Imprisoned the Reaper.
Yes.
so the Shadow Monster, Malcolm Kane trapped. They ended up inadvertently freeing somehow, and it attaches to people's backs. We don't know what it does. I don't know what it does. I've experienced it a ton in the meeting
But it
specifically.
forced you to use your power.
Yes.
If memory serves, it was referred to as the Reaper.
Specifically speaking, the Reaper forced me to make everyone forget that it was there.
Was anyone hurt?
Not as far as I know.
Where did it go? Did it stay with us?
I made it go away.
How?
I was transported. Don't say that.
You say nothing.
Say it, John.
Where did it cut off?
Like, I physically can't say anything.
Physically, it's like, in a literal sense, you start talking, and then it cuts immediately after you told them. So they feel like you told them something,
but I didn't. Okay.
Right. Yeah, that makes
So
sense.
it cuts off at transported.
No. It cuts off at.
What makes sense?
You just said.
Can you repeat what you? I'm sorry for. I don't remember what you just said.
And it happens again.
Yep.
I feel like that's pretty much the same as the first time.
Or she's gonna start working on the second visor.
X is gonna look around the room and make sure that no one. This is happening to other people because
No one else seems to notice. I want to point out, you notice that he did in your mind whatever he said made no sense. Literal no sense.
Is this like we just didn't or we can't?
It's that you heard something, you understand it, you can't really explain it.
She doesn't
You literally
understand.
heard gibberish.
can you repeat to me what you've heard?
I don't think I. First of all, I don't really know half the words that John used, but even if I did,
Did you heard him too?
Yeah, I found out about like 30 seconds into it because I lost interest.
So you both, Archibald, did you understand him?
Fine.
What?
It makes sense enough. Powers are weird sometimes.
Hey, can I roll like cognition or like to see if anything's wrong with her?
Sure.
Would this be a cognition
Do
roll?
I
or-
know what's happening?
You know that you started talking and then you stopped talking.
Do I know that I
Yes,
did
you
not?
felt as if there was a cut.
Al, can I borrow those? I'm working
In
on
a
replicating
writing
them.
sense, it felt as
Thank
if they basically yada yada skipped ahead so that they didn't have to
Would
explain.
that be like a
Hey,
cognition roll for me?
Yes, just a pure cognition.
Hey, it's an 8.
Doesn't. Only thing is, she seems off. It's not that something's wrong.
you good?
Hey, can I borrow
don't
those goggles
know.
back for like 3 seconds?
Yeah.
What
Does
do you
anything
think
look
John
off?
said?
No, okay. I'm gonna look at John now. Does
He-
anything look off on John?
Other than the
I-
amount of power, no.
The abnormal
The
glass
cracked
shattering.
glass, no.
Which is further cracked, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't recognize. Like, I don't think he was speaking
So,
English.
so I know what's happening.
Yes.
I don't know why, but something's not letting me say what happened.
What?
Hmm?
You all think I said something, but I didn't. I started saying
But
something.
you said
No, I started
said-
to talk and I got completely cut off.
no,
I never
'cause I
formed a
remember you
sentence.
saying
What exactly?
What do you remember? me saying?
something. He said something.
I
You know, in
didn't
this
say anything.
conversation, something has been stated a lot
That
by a
is
lot of
a
people.
Strange type of compulsion.
Huh.
It's like I'm not allowed to tell you what
That's
happened.
interesting.
Okay. So
What?
what do we
That's a
do
new
with
one.
that?
Well,
Are you under an influence of some power right now? Can someone check that?
I just did. Nothing looks wrong. Of course, he wasn't trying to say what he was saying.
actually, here. John, try to say it again. You look at him while
Okay.
he's doing it.
I'll put on the goggles. I'm looking at John. And he left. Okay.
I left?
Oh.
Oh my god.
John.
John's not
The
real.
woman is leaving.
He was an illusion all along.
Bye, Sam.
Uh,
Have fun.
Okay.
he has the scanner
Mhm.
from him. He is looking at me while I try to
His
see.
goggles.
So you start talking.
I start talking.
You, except for Rogue, see as if he explained it and heard and explained something.
So, like, nothing
Nothing
changes?
seems to change.
Okay. Nothing changed.
But he sees nothing in the goggles.
Nothing.
So
Give the goggles to her.
what you
Huh?
just said.
I didn't say
you didn't
anything.
say.
No,
So what did I just hear?
A
nothing.
compulsory effect that makes you believe that you heard something that made sense.
I'm gonna try it again.
It's a vague notion
Okay.
rather
start
than
talking.
actual.
So you notice that they all still seem as if they're understanding what he's saying. It seems as if he's being sped up so that he's not understandable. It's like
I'm being fast forwarded. Oh no.
Omega, did you catch that?
it was basically gibberish.
Was it fast?
It was, but when I trying to slow down the audio, it just most of it just seems like gibberish. I only get white room.
I take the goggles off and I hand them back to Archie.
He continues working on 2.0.
So, as best I can tell, when you try to explain it, you speak at a remarkable speed, and when I have Omega slow it down, the only intelligible words are white room.
Yeah, that's where I was. Does that get cut off?
And that's it.
Okay.
You cannot explain further.
So you were in a white room.
As far as I know, 1 second I'm in the meeting and the next I'm in some room somewhere.
Does this generally happen when you use your abilities?
Once, the first time I ever managed to use them, I don't know if I mentioned it to any of you, but I was transported. Do I get to say it this time?
I will tell you when you cannot.
I was, for some reason, forced from Newdale's basement to the 1990 fracturing event.
What?
Like back in time?
I couldn't tell you.
Okay.
Will you mention the fact that you were not in the town? You were outside.
I'm just gonna mention I was there.
You're just gonna say that?
Where were you?
At the fracturing event.
No, where? Most of us were sequestered in the town hall. No, not the town hall. The mall. The mall. Everyone was isolated based on their universe.
I don't know where I was. I didn't witness the fracturing event. I couldn't tell you. All I know is it felt like I was a third party viewing it from separate,
Outside.
one could say.
Okay. Well, that's
Interesting.
interesting. Though I guess
Shattered glass.
maybe
that makes
not
sense, of course.
immediately relevant. Though definitely, if this happens again, you should let us know so we can maybe see if this does become relevant to what's going on. Also, if you do if one of us ends up getting hurt and you unwrite it, you should let us know that as well so that we can, be more careful next time.
Yes.
For some reason, a side note, I've been, previously at least, contacted in a form by an entity known as the narrator.
The what?
He said his name once.
I did.
Like, from a story.
Do you think he's a special of some kind?
I don't think he's anything we know of.
I see. So something like what Malcolm? Something like Malcolm might have been worried about, some otherworldly thing.
Nope, not Malcolm.
Michael.
Michael.
Matthias.
Matthias.
There we go.
Too many names.
Pick a different letter.
They've literally not met one person named Michael in this game so far.
We have
Michael Caine
Multiple people here.
Michael Caine exists.
in somewhere in this
Oh.
universe.
Okay.
Is that not the... Okay, whatever.
Yeah. He seems to be a... So, question for Patrick.
Yes.
John, as we all know, manipulates the story. Would John know what he is manipulating
No.
is called the story?
No.
Okay. Would John know that what the narrator does is dictate what he manipulates?
No.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, that seems like a problem for later.
Sure.
Probably right.
Okay, so Catherine, you got a message out to
Eugene. Yeah.
Eugene,
I told him to send help.
right? You guys established a connection with Thias, right?
Yes.
Also, he said they probably already sent somebody to kill him.
And you two, what else did you do at Kane Labs?
You didn't say they went to Kane Labs. Yeah. The UEG facility.
Yeah. What else did you two do?
He made his devices, and I just looked into old EcoLife files on the EcoLife computers.
Did you find anything useful?
interesting?
Not really.
Any hints about the password?
Yeah, actually.
Would you like to roll discern intentions?
Two.
It's the most honest you've ever heard me.
Yeah. Pretty honest.
He is the
Should I roll
god
discern
of
intelligence? I wonder.
You know that's not true.
Can I roll invention?
I think I pretty instinctively trust John, so I'm not gonna roll.
I've been working on the second edition of Device. That's why I borrowed Scott.
Oh. Use that.
Oh yeah, they did.
Are you wanting to roll discern intentions as well?
I'm not even gonna bother. At this point, I'm just going to assume I fail every attempt at discern intentions roll.
Is that what you want to do from now on?
I mean, I might.
I mean, eventually, when you
there's
level
no
up,
problem
you might
with trying.
fix so that you no longer have a negative.
3.
Yeah, you're right.
That was a 2 actually, because I have a -1. Ooh, there's a 9, so I got an 8 on that.
You're not getting experience for this. I
There's
hope you know
another
that.
2. There's a
One.
1.
I think
There's another 2.
Titus, you can stop now. I think you
I
should
don't
just.
think I can. Oh,
I
wait.
think you should just
5.
stop using those dice.
What did you give me?
I gave you my dice. Here.
The same ones. that
These
give
ones
you
have been
only
rolling me
success.
well all game.
No, that's a success almost.
I have a -1, so that's a 5.
Maybe you can use your level up
There's
to
an 8.
get
yourself.
it to
It's a
0 instead of
success.
-1. You can stop rolling now. Okay. What did you say? Did you tell him the?
I found a file mentioning a code, and it said that if I remember correctly, the second character is Jupiter. Right? It was Jupiter? Yep.
You're gonna have to look up which one's Jupiter.
You should probably take notes.
Jupiter.
I have a mark to like.
Alchemical symbol for Jupiter.
cat.
It's the we're looking for.
We're looking for. There's a lot of weird looking fours.
That one. We're
This
looking
one?
for.
Oh, 4, not 4. So the second one.
Correct?
Yeah.
Oh.
Looking for.
I almost forgot
will.
to mention, but when we were at
Okay.
when we were at the cloud facility, the young child, the one who talks to Abraham, she mentioned
Oh,
that
looked at the top.
that Abraham wanted to warn me that a scientist would be here soon. I can only
Well.
the only
No, it
scientist
specifically said would be here looking for her.
who would come looking for me would probably end up being Tracy.
Oh, it also told me to be careful of the
Tracy.
synthesis.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm stupid.
She's a scientist?
Yes.
Did you just realize what I said, Titus?
I'm catching up.
Huh.
As Williams put it, my servers weren't quite up to date on that one. Uh,
Right.
don't
We'll talk about
worry
it
about
later.
that.
Maybe.
Also, I hate me.
Well, but yeah, anything else at the UEG facility?
Nothing of note at the facility now.
Okay.
Give him the hard drive.
Are you sure?
If we're to work together, lies get us nowhere. Deception gets us nowhere.
All right.
Secrets get us nowhere.
Alright, well, here you go.
Well, the hard drive.
I will nab it and be like, "Hey, Williams, I got something for you."
Shut the fuck up and put it in.
Where?
A slot opens up in the wall,
There we go.
and the wall
Oh, that's
closes.
what she said.
My database has been updated with old Kane Labs.
Can I have the hard drive back?
No. No.
Strong request.
No.
I will break your wall.
Monroe.
And
Shut the fuck
achieve
up.
it and require it. Regain it
Williams.
myself.
Do you have a projector in this room?
Yes.
Project.
Project what?
What's on the file?
Open
Success.
the successful M. Kane clone trial.
And all of you get to see the video I described earlier.
I kind of forgot. You want to run me back? Right.
Oh, the cloning was a success. Oh,
Typically,
Michael Caine,
two things.
Abigail
One.
Downs.
The one thing you noticed was the last thing he said was, I don't know why I should say this, but
I was
remember,
told.
the second one is Jupiter.
If I remember correctly, you said he was told this.
Yes.
Well, that's
And
weird.
the specific Mason Kane. And if you're watching this, welcome home, son. We'll meet soon.
So,
Hi, Mason. It's good to meet you, buddy.
What was that?
That was his dad.
That is Malcolm Kane.
Or genetic donor, and what?
oh, so you were.
Effectively my father.
I see.
But
He's
said
a science
something-
experiment. She's a
he
science
said something
experiment.
about-
He's the scientist. Woohoo! Full circle.
Will you be quiet?
No.
Someone had to say it.
So
Al.
he said something about copying his mind into the child's body.
Oh, I forgot about that detail.
Is it more that you're more than just a clone
I don't.
and kind of like a weird sleeper agent?
I don't know.
Like, do you have a trigger word?
I don't know.
That seems likely.
So
Well, he specifically said he was the only person who could do it. He also said that his body itself was weird. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say it was something connected to either Malcolm Kane's actual body or his ability, which I'm assuming he possesses based on the previous information.
It seems
So-
likely he was a special. Well, probably an artificial one.
So you should probably avoid this guy's body, I guess.
Probably.
where
This device, which I made to replicate things, specifically cannot replicate his substance. He allowed me to take a sample of his blood,
What? Okay,
and it won't work.
Can it replicate his blood? Does it have the capacity of
Can I take a
replicating
sample
blood
of
in
blood?
general?
Is conscious afraid of needles or something?
Thank you.
No.
Alright.
It can replicate his blood just fine.
Oh, perfect. Now I have a reliable source for
Can I have that back?
Here.
No. Too soon.
There's so many bubbles in the thing.
Straight to the heart.
Hey, yeah, you mentioned a project about giving somebody temporary powers.
That's the main reason I'd wanted a sample of abilitine. I am probably not going to execute that for now,
It's probably dangerous.
particularly for you.
That's probably a good idea.
Why?
So
You don't
what,
need powers.
What
Like
is the
something that
plan
good.
moving forward? Do we wait on a response from Eugene?
We should wait at least a little while to see if we get one, and then if not, then we should move to try and figure it out. We can at least wait until Archibald has time to make a specialized machine to allow us to detect if someone is being controlled by an outside force.
Hey, Patrick,
Okay.
can I roll cognition to see if I can find the cat? With
Sure.
a bow tie?
Scan the area.
And oh yeah, I should. Yeah, that would be scan area. It's 10 because it
It
wasn't
was. It's
discerning.
been in the room the whole time.
It's You said it wasn't there.
I know.
Was it?
It wasn't.
Wait, but you also said it's been there the whole time.
Uh-huh.
It's me.
It's Schrodinger's cat.
The whole time.
Fuck you, Schrodinger.
That's its name.
Okay.
Oh wait, that's its actual name.
Yes.
Oh, don't take that personally. That was. Also, don't sneak up on me like that. It's rude.
Shuck you, Frodinger.
Since we can replicate the truth serum, would it be a good idea to see how it works? Since we don't have a limited supply of it, it might be good to know if it's foolproof or resistible.
I mean,
We got a cat to stab.
How would testing a truth serum on a cat help?
I have no idea.
bright
What
idea.
side
If it
effects?
automatically kills it, that would be telling.
Probably wouldn't be a very good
No.
truth serum if it just
I like
killed
the
them.
cat.
I
Hey,
like the cat. Archie doesn't.
They can no longer tell
Archibald,
lies.
are you done with my goggles? Can I borrow this for a little wee set experiment for thank you. I'm gonna go up to where I can pet the cat.
Mhm.
Is it letting me touch it?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna pet the cat and then I'm gonna turn the goggles on to where I can't see it. What happens?
What cat?
So I can't even feel it. Oh,
There
oh.
wasn't. There is no cat. There never was.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. So bad news. Cat is 100%.
No, there never was a cat. What are you talking about?
Does he fully believe the cat never existed?
No, he knows fully believes the cat was never there.
I'm gonna take off the goggles since the cat was never there. Is the cat there again?
Yes. It's
Okay.
always been there. What are you talking about?
You.
It's Schrodinger's cat.
Why?
This is how it feels.
Why do you hate me?
This is how it feels.
Live gum.
Welcome to
Ah.
Jason.
This is how it feels, Tyler.
Okay.
Out of game, I did this to Carson last era. Same cat too.
Good.
Welcome to Jason. He'll be here soon enough.
Do I get any sort of feeling that there's something's wrong?
No.
No, just this cat's always
Unrelated.
been here. Hey, William. Wait, how did I see it and remember it not existing though? When it was sitting on
Don't
Catherine's
ask.
lap? What? Patrick, be consistent, Patrick.
The cat's inherently not consistent. That's how it works.
Hey, Williams, do you have any files on a cat that just ceases to exist at random times?
Schrodinger's cat.
Like the theory or like an actual
Schrodinger's cat.
like an actual cat?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Named Schrodinger.
No.
Files on that?
I did, but now I don't.
Named Schrodinger.
Do you not have any files on that that we could not see?
I'm
right
going to
now?
move past this. This is not relevant.
Yeah, valid.
Then why did you put it here, Patrick?
Because I was.
Terrence spent
Because I
10,000
had
points
to.
to put a cat again.
Yeah. So it might be a good idea to try
I
and
don't
see
like
what this
Karen
truth serum
anymore.
actually does.
Who would like to have it tested on them? Not you. You function as a truth serum. You might be able to I might be able to make a truth serum with your blood.
With how honest he is.
John,
Fine by
you
me.
want to try it?
Just raising my hand.
All right.
Does he have to make a grit roll since I'm just standing there?
I don't know.
What,
that
is
you
he,
can
like,
write things that
trying?
happened to him yet.
Yeah, I just muted myself.
So
right
roll
before we
grit?
started talking.
Do I
Yeah.
want to succeed this or fail this?
You want? Do you want to start telling the truth?
I want it to work.
So you want to attempt to lie?
I'm going to attempt to lie to see if it works.
Okay. If it's basically, if you succeed, then you resist it. If you don't resist it, and you will tell the truth.
Any side effects? Yeah, like if they fail.
Don't worry about it.
Really, I'm gonna worry about it, Patrick. You
Why?
Can't stop
So
me
you said it's grit, right?
Yes.
That's a 4, baby.
because that's my boy Mason.
All right.
I
So
got an
he
experience.
injects you. Constance injects John, as I will be calling him for the duration of this session.
What are you gonna
Until
call me
he
next
starts
to?
calling himself Mason.
With the truth serum, and then nothing seems to change.
Hey John, what's the password?
I don't know. As far as I know, it's Capricorn.
Is John
Jupiter.
Smith your real name?
I am going to attempt to say yes. John Smith is my real name.
You cannot. You simply go.
No.
Are you
No.
attempting to lie?
Yes.
Were you lying just now?
No.
Do you feel any abnormal sensations or
Patrick, do I feel any abnormal sensations? Do I feel fine?
Is there currently an ability
you feel
affecting
better
him?
than fine?
Is this science or is this
Would you like to
special
look at him
power?
with your goggles?
I still have them on my face, so I would assume I already was, but...
Basically, at certain times, I'll need you to clarify so that I can explain.
okay, yeah, they were already strapped on my face from dealing with that goddamn cat.
So you see as there is orange shimmering around his brain.
But it is energy like an
Yes.
ability?
Distinctly energy. But you see as it's slowly fading.
Is the same energy on the files?
Yes, but it is not fading.
So it looks like it's powered by an ability.
Okay, that's interesting.
Also, I assume you only used one dose on him, not the
Yes.
entire.
Okay, use all of it. You don't get a
There's
level.
no point in using all of it. It will last.
I can no longer tell a lie for the remainder of
Which
the
is
season.
really funny based on your fun thing of getting bit or being
No,
better
no,
at lying.
just make it to where he has disadvantage to every attempt at lying.
I have to roll it twice. Oh god.
Do we know how long it should last?
I mean, I would.
It should
assume
last
until-
around 10 minutes.
I would assume until I stop being able to tell the truth.
Okay.
Unable to
Yeah.
tell a lie.
Unable to tell a lie. Yeah, sure. Same
Yes.
difference.
Periodically, every minute or so, we ask him a question to see if he can lie.
Well, I
or
can
tell
actually see it affecting him.
And
I
you
can just
cannot lie.
watch.
Okay, yeah. Whenever it goes away, let us know and we'll know how long it lasts.
You're gonna start asking me weird questions about being not John.
So what was your high school girl's crush? Or what girl do you have a crush on in high school? Rephrase it.
Did John go to high school?
Never went.
I never went to high school.
Can you not answer a question?
You were compelled to answer.
I have to answer any question.
Why do you hate Al?
You don't have to answer that one.
He is compelled to answer.
I'm compelled to answer every question.
Honestly.
He is, and always has been, every single thing I hate in people.
Which is
Fun?
Aggressive, hypersocial,
I'll give you a-
impulsive,
Yeah. I sometimes do
lacks
stuff too.
cognitive ability.
You are most of those things.
I'm a smart kid when I choose
I
to
said
be.
most of those things.
Gets into fights whenever he wants, whenever he can, whenever he sees anyone that looks at him in any way, shape, or form that he disapproves of.
That's not true.
He's better at that now than he was.
You're not helping.
I'm trying. He hasn't seen how you've grown.
He will never grow. He has never grown for all the years I've known him.
I
That
don't
was
like this
voluntary.
zero.
That wasn't even part of the
That was he wanted to say that.
It'd be so funny if it stopped working like 2 minutes ago and I just kept voluntarily offering this.
You don't even realize
Hey,
it compelled.
John. It's been an hour.
You're just venting at this point.
I'm just over in the corner crying.
Psychopath. Constance is so.
Okay. Is there anything else you would like to do for the session?
What's
Short.
the mom's name again for my notes?
Abigail
Abigail.
Nouns.
Abigail.
Am I your best friend, John?
We'll shoot you and then shoot you again.
That was not answering the question, John.
No, I will shoot you and then shoot you
Do you
again.
have a plan for what your next move is?
We're waiting for
Eugene?
for Archie to finish his device. In the meantime, if Eugene shows up, we can make contact with him. But if he doesn't, then Archibald finishes the device that he think will be able to detect someone seeing him or controlling you from an outside point of view. Then we'll move forward from there.
Okay.
Exactly.
So
That's another.
Until
reason why.
then,
Just makes sense.
Uh,
I couldn't see the Reaper.
Fonzie, would you be interested in sparring until then?
Yeah, you know what? No, just be spiteful. No, because I'm gonna be in control of myself, and I'm not gonna get in a fight.
Okay.
What if I? No,
so
Constance?
not gonna offer that.
Hey, what number was that?
A 2.
Probably a good idea to
Not even
practice.
3 minutes later. I'm gonna give in and ask for a spot.
okay.
Patrick, could you pass me my dice?
My practice is. Well, my practice is when I have to fight.
Okay, so
I jump at him. It's right
Rogue
now.
and
Oh.
Alfonso go to spar. And we're going to shift to that evening. Almost everyone is asleep. I would say probably Rogue is keeping watch.
Good roll invention. Finish the by-through.
Are we like taking shifts? And so it's just her shift.
Out of curiosity, if I'm asleep, can Omega keep watch?
Yes, he'll basically wake you up if something happens.
Great. I've been using that to keep an eye on Archie.
No, you've been token.
So,
But I
The
would
evening.
be awake at this point, yeah.
you're awake, keeping watch. Outside of anyone's view, there's a shadow in the corner of the room. This dark presence. Creeping closer and closer. Not to Rogue. To Catherine. And no one could see it. As it seeps inside. And the Reaper now has what it wanted. And that is where we will end this session.
How did
was
we find the
expected.
bunker?
Thank you for watching.
How
Like, followed us?